What's going on, boys? Ugh, my hair looks awful. As per the norm, I don't even know what this one is. What is this? Alerts, display, background. Make background smaller? Is that a thing we gotta do? Properties? No, transform. So glad I learned this to fit the screen. Yeah. Oh, it's slightly too. Well, the more you learn, right? Mm-hmm. Cool. Oh no. Right screen off. We can turn Garen back on. Display capture. Did not. Hey, my boy's on. Boy, hey, what's going on, man? I have your reaction queued and ready, but I'm gonna do it a little later in the day in case copyright hits me and doesn't nuke the stream. But it'll be posted soon. It'll probably be posted sometime tonight. But what's going on? I was fixing my microphone. Oh, there it is. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Standard for a stream. Yeah, dude. I mean, there's a reason why some people pay someone to do all this bullshit. I'm just saying. Um, but unfortunately, I'm a broke motherfucker. Plus, also, I kind of like doing it because, like, the better I get at it, the better it gets. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, what's going on, pimp? I was thinking about for my wake up, man, to do a first game of League of Legends, and then after that, start getting into stuff, man. Because you need a little salt in the morning. So, something adorable is my girlfriend is taking all of the figures I have in the back, their boxes, like making like a scrapbook out of it. This is a little wild here. How's your morning treating you, man? You having a good day? Also, I still know nothing about. Yeah, I prefer not to be in streams when my requests are done. Otherwise, I interrupt with info. Then I watch it again on YouTube and I get annoyed with my own interactions. Yo, I tried to watch one of my own videos back the other day, and I don't know how you guys do it. Man, I get on my own nerves listening to myself, bro. Dude. So what's going on, homie? What we doing? What we getting into, man? What we about to get into? I'm about to feed on the rift and then get salty and then start my day in like such a dope way. Gotta try and start maintaining hair health, bro. I'm gonna lose the motherfuckers. ah. Oh, we can delete this. I can't even get this to fucking connect. So far, I have 3 videos on here that I want to watch. One is yours, another is Casey Chambers, because we did a react to them earlier. And then I got a little mini debate thing I wanted to watch. I'm doing some web design with Stream Alongside, 50% work, 50% play. Well, I'll try to be entertaining. I know a lot of people get bored watching League of Legends. It's not the king of the world like it used to be. Good move on going to Canada, by the way. Yeah, man. Hey, Canada's been a weird adventure, dude. Like, I went out to the store the other day. Actually, that's what we did yesterday. My girlfriend cut my hair because, like, I did a terrible job a month ago because I just grabbed scissors and went behind my head. Who knows what the fuck I cut? You know what I mean? And then so she drove me around town. It's so weird being in a town so small. Like, holy shit, there's no Walmart. There's only like 3 fast food joints. There's like no official pizza places. I'm like, what is happening, dude? I have never in my life been further away from a Taco Bell than like 40 miles. Like I could always get some terrible, terrible Mexican fast food within 20 minutes. So this is like an eye-opening experience for me that I'm just not ready for. I mean, it's a beautiful city. Like it's people are walking the streets. Where did you move from? I moved from Dayton. Well, I'll just give you a rundown on all the places I lived. I was born in Chandler, Arizona. So like it was not a big city, but it was like about 50,000 people. Um, and then I lived in like Elsinore, California. I lived in Long Beach. Lived in New Mexico, Albuquerque, New Mexico as a kid, very young. I lived in Seattle for a little bit. And then when I got on my own, I lived in Dayton, Ohio, and then Springfield, Ohio. So, like, I've been in major cities my whole life. I've never been in a city with a population lower than 50,000. Elsinore, the town I grew up in, is considered a village, and it has like 62,000 people in it in California. It's in between Corona and San Diego. So, like, my whole life, dude, always in cities. Even when I moved to Alaska for like 6 months, I was living in Anchorage. It's not like I lived out in the boonies out there. There's Taco Bells everywhere. There's like at least 2 or 3 in Anchorage. You know what I mean? So it's a different world. Like, dude, I haven't stepped foot in like a grocery store in 10 years. I just would always either order fast food, pizza, or I would do like delivery for my groceries. Like Walmart brought my shit to my door, dog. Like, there's a reason why I got a little hefty. All right, let's see if we can get in here. I also found a way to finally. I live in a town in the UK about 16,000, but it's just outside of Brighton. Oh, which is basically UK's San Francisco. Ah, so that's why Rin loves it so much. Okay, okay. 16,000. I guess I'm finally in a town smaller than you. I think we got like 5,000, like under 5,000 here. Bro. It's kind of nice though, right? Like, people go out and talk to each other. There's like an old man that goes around town and like helps people and cuts grass, and like he's 85. Everyone in town knows him. Like, when me and my girlfriend went to the market, like people recognized her, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's like a dispensary here, and like even the people there were really nice, and like it's just weird, dude. It's weird. I remember on Friday I was in here kind of yelling while I was streaming a little bit, and a cop pulled up right out the window. You know what I mean? Like, in case, because I was making too much noise in this quaint little town. Man, it's wild. I'm also having to behave myself a little more because like the culture is different. Apparently I say very aggressive words in public. Finally someone could say, "Hey, do you know Rob?" to you at random, and there'll actually be a reasonable chance you do. Exactly, dude. Exactly. It's well, and there's perfect proof of that. So we were driving around, and there was like a sign for a realtor outside, like on some random street. It's only like 8 streets long, the whole town. And there's like a realtor sign, and then like my girlfriend was like, "Oh, the person that person's like cousins with the principal at the school," and I'm like, "What? You know how many times I've driven by a realtor sign and I've never known anything about them in my towns? Because like the odds are you're never gonna see them. Like, holy shit." Dude, it's so different. It's so different. I'm just not ready for it. I mean, it's a good thing, but like, holy shit, I can see how people get comfortable here. Now, I've been raised on horror films and stuff like that, so like, I feel like technically there's like a. You ever seen the movie like Hot Fuzz, or whatever it was, by Edgar Wright? I think it like takes place in like the UK and stuff. Having to be a bit more compliant. Exactly. Well, I already fit the bill because I'm like, dude, in person, I'm like very amicable. Well, I guess I'm the same on the internet, honestly. But like, I can't even say the word anymore. Amicable? I can't, bro. But in person, I apologize constantly. But yeah, dude, I feel like there's like a secret There's no way the streets are this clean. People all put their trash in like the right spot. Everyone recycles. Like I feel like those that don't just get assassinated. You know what I mean? Like just like in the movie like Hot Fuzz. Like holy shit. Also, Edgar Wright's probably one of the best directors. All the other ones are just overrated in comparison. Just saying. Just saying. But yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. Like I get those vibes. Or it's like this is the end. No, not this is the what's the end of the world or whatever. Like his last movie of the Cornetto trilogy or whatever. Where they're at a bar and it's also another cute little small town, but it's technically aliens that took it over. Dude, you're made for Canada and the UK if you naturally. I do, I do. Um, if I take too long walking through a doorway while someone's behind me, I turn around and say I'm sorry. And just to get in character, I've been saying sorry. Like, I'm sorry. Like, oh yeah, if you mess up the village, you'll be found later rotting in a sewer. Exactly, dude. The world's end. Yep, that one. That one is. I gave all my films away when I moved because I didn't want to bring everything with me. But yeah, dude. Whoa. I like Hot Fuzz a little better, but World's End is probably my second favorite, and then Shaun of the Dead I think was my third out of the three. And then Paul was also funny, but I don't think that was with Edgar Wright. I think that was someone else, but you had the same boys in it. That's so crazy, dude. Just gotta get used to it, dude. You know what I mean? Like, there's cars driving by my window. You know how many times I saw a car drive by my window? Like, before? Like, I never even saw people. It's so strange. It's like, I remember I used to tell people all the time, I was like, have you ever seen someone bring in their groceries? I haven't. Here, I see people doing stuff all the time. Their kids walking the street, playing on bikes outside. It's like the 90s again, but in 2025. Did you see the TV show Spaced? I don't think I did. I don't think I did. I can't say that I have, to be honest with you. I will say the one thing I need to get used to in Canada are the bugs. Maybe because like I'm just a gigantic. That's kind of the. Oh wait, wasn't that like their first thing before they did the stuff with Edgar Wright? Like when those two guys met? Isn't that the way it was? I think I've heard something about that. Oh yeah, but like just out of respect, I try and. Oh shit, where's my bong at? Oh, there it is. So I had to break like four bongs on the way up to cross the border. I had to go buy a new one. It was very disheartening. And my first bong I ever owned, I've owned for a very long time. I shattered it. But now instead of smoking in the house, I go outside. Bro, the amount of mosquitoes that make me their bitch is so crazy, dude. I have got bitten the fuck out of, and I don't know why. My legs have been bombed. Like holy shit. They like that sweet sugar blood that I have because I'm 90% sugar. Like every bug in the immediate area just flocks to my fat ass. It's crazy. It's hilarious, actually. That's about so. Just talk to you later. FYI. Oh, might be saying things out of sync. Gotcha, gotcha. Yeah, I don't. I tried to turn off the fucking delay, but I think because I don't pay for Streamlabs, it's always going to have some amount of delay, which is a little crazy. Maybe if I financially get start holding my own down, like and people like everyone that's given me just a little bit like you have, bro. Like, dude, you have no idea how much that has changed everything. Like, I got my first paycheck from YouTube. Now it was 3 months or 2.5 months combined, so it was like $400. But holy shit, dude, $400 to do my YouTube content. I finally get paid to do stuff like this shit. You know what I mean? And then on top of that, I get the little bit of donations. I think I have like $150 total in the Buy Me a Coffee. Like, I know, I guess I probably shouldn't talk about like finances and stuff on here, but like I I can't even fathom. Mosquito net fund, yeah, exactly, dude. But I would never fathom that I would make money off of my content. I did manage to make a few dollars when I was streaming on Twitch like 3 years ago, back when League of Legends actually had people watch people play it. But I think all the donations were just from like personal friends. So like, I mean, you can count it, but I don't feel like I earned it. Like they would have gave me the money anyway if I really needed it. Um, I mean, it was still cool, and I got like a handful of subscribers that are the paid subscribers, so it was pretty cool. But I can't stomach being on Twitch, man. I made money of my content. Yeah. Oh, you make money on your content? Damn, homie, get it, dude. I wish my content was more creative, but that was at the sperm bank, dude. Oh, he did it, dude. Hell yeah, brother. I'm pretty sure if I walked into a sperm bank to try and donate sperm, they would kick me the fuck out. They'd be like, "Nah, we good." I bet you if I went to a clinic to try and donate blood, they would still kick me out. I'd be like, "Look, dude, your blood is not compatible with other people. Again, you're like 98% sugar." Despite the fact that I haven't really drank, and I drank one sugar can from like the last 3 weeks. And I had to do it because I felt like it was a representation of my journey to Canada. So I risked my health to do this. And just stick it through the letterbox. Don't give them the option. You're already donating enough blood. Factual, dude. So there's I don't know anything about it. It's called Bear and Beaver. And because my favorite animal's a bear, I went and got it. So I was like, okay, well, I have to get this because Bear and Beaver, that's like me coming to Canada and all right, fuck it, we'll do it. That's the first like really unhealthy thing I've done since I've been here. I'll land on the journey up in 2 weeks prior. Oh, my boy. Come on, bitch. I know you online. It doesn't say you on your phone. It's a good thing that I don't think that mosquitoes give out Lyme disease. Bro, holy shit. I just go hard on Pepsi Max. Fuck yeah, dude. I really do. I miss Pepsi Max. I think they stopped selling that in America. Holy shit. Guy, wake up. I sent you a message. Don't fucking rage quit your game. Come on, buddy. You fucking bitch. Oh, he's in TFT. That means he's probably at work. Okay, I waited for nothing. Do I just want to do a warm-up ARAM game before we start getting into shit? Or do I want to do an actual game of League of Legends that tilts me off the face of the fucking earth? Let's go for the salt, dude. Let's just do one real normal game of League of Legends. See how it holds up on the stream. Oh man, I don't want to support. Fuck it. Oh, let me go find some type of music that we can listen to. Copyright. Oops, wrong button. Copyright free music. Let's get some jazz going, man. I go in for some Hell Let Loose, but not played in ages. Bro, look, I've spent way too much money on League of Legends to like just not use it. You know what I mean? Like, here, I'll just show you if I have enough time. What collection? Yeah, I own 1,637 skins. There was a time where I owned every skin in the game, but I quit for 2 years. I owned some of the rare skins in the game. My first skin was Rugged Garen because he's my main champion. Oh, I don't even like to admit that. I have, I guess, how come I can't see, like, what my... Yeah, I have, I haven't played Garen in, like, 3 years, and he has, like, 500, almost 600,000 points. That's crazy. Holy shit, man. It used to take 40 seconds to find a queue. Like, people have quit this game in droves. More skins than Buffalo. The hell yeah, brother. Oh, man. Back when Will Berry used to work, man. I used to have a buddy that paid me an RP for rent. So, like, like, every 2 weeks, he'd give me, like, $100 for rent. Which, you know, was really cheap because he was 19 and I didn't want to stress him out or nothing. Huh, Shaco has become my second most played champion, even passing Yasuo. That's crazy, dude. How many points does Shaco have? How come you can't see the total points anymore? That's actually kind of gross, like... when I was younger and I made decent money, I figured that because Riot Games released a game for free, that I would helpfully support them by buying the content that they made. Because the majority of people that play League of Legends never put money into it. Just like people donate to me on, like, you know, whatever, what's it called? Buy Me a Coffee or Super Chats. I wanted to support them because they were initially independently owned and, you know, they weren't part of, like, some big conglomerate like they are now, and, you know, just wanted to support them. And I got a bunch of really cool skins early on when I first started playing by mystery boxing myself. So it started the addiction. Oh, let's see if we can be an asshole and do things that no one wants. Oh yeah, we got a guy named Fertile Twink on the team. Oh, okay, we need to ban Morgana, dude. There's no way in fucking hell. That was their plan all along. Exactly, dude. So, I mean, I bought into it. I mean, I did the same thing for Warframe. Warframe also managed to suck a lot of money out of me. But again, another independent content, or like a small independent company that... No, Shaco, no! And now I'm stuck as support. How bullshit is that? The buying a skin is like tipping, and then it turned into a gotta catch them all. Exactly, essentially. And luckily now they come out with skins that are $250, and it gave away my ability to give a fuck. By them being incredibly, like, you know, disgusting and aggressive with their monetization. I was like, alright, well now I don't give a fuck if I get them all. They took my champion, bro. Oh wait, don't I have Unbound Thresh? Where's that fucking chud at? Here he is. There's Daddy Thresh, I forgot about this skin. And then Sexy Thresh, let's do it. Whoa! Once it became within the capability of getting all the skins, I was like, oh, now I care. But now they're like, hey, we're gonna do gotcha systems like Genshin, and it's like, oh, okay, well I'm not participating in that bullshit. I'm not giving you $250 every 3 months for a skin. That's just, no, you're insane. I repurpose my, yeah, dude. Honestly, I get that. Because the majority of the time, I don't really, like, I have so many games on Steam that I just, one day I'd say I'm gonna go play it. Fucking Victorious Sona, man. I wasn't playing when that one came out. Alright. Too funny than a game that sits in my Steam. Exactly, dude. Dude, I haven't bought a video game in so long. Wait, I was support, right? I am not support. I switched roles? I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Oh, God. Okay. Fuck, dude. On the Avatar Avarice. I did not realize I switched roles, man. That's, oh no. Oh, I'm gonna have a really bad game. Okay, alright, well, let's reset. Oh no. Oh no! Fuck! Alright, let's see if I got what it takes to play Top Thresh again. Oh god. What's up, pussy? What's up, pussy? Come on, man. Oh no. Oh, got one, fuck. What's up, punk? Oh shit. Yeah, dude. Whoa! Alright, I also have this on the wrong setting to where my DPI is higher than normal. Oh no. Okay. Give me my armor, baby! Ooh, that breeze feels dope. Finally, the weather switched. Ow! Disrespect. Oh! Why are you scared, bro? You're Aatrox. What are you doing? Gonna start a slow push into him now, man. What's up, punk? What's up? Somebody come get her. She's turned into a stripper. Alright, I gotta be careful here. Technically, I'm really far up with no escapes. All I have are shields. Ah, damn.
Like a worm on the hook.
I want it that way. Tell me why. I'm so bronze. I wonder if I played ranked. I don't know League of Legends at all, so I'm making up my own story in my head. This guy's a big meanie, dude. Oh no. Nope. Shit. Alright, I should just back. There's nothing I can do. It's gonna freeze right there. It's hiding in those trees? Exactly, dude. Sometimes you just gotta go with it, you know? I mean, the game is pretty... No, it's pretty complicated. It's pretty complicated. I'm not gonna lie here. Maybe, is the music too loud? Whoops. Alright, so each lane has their own team in it of people. Got that one. And hitting these little minions is how you make your money. So that checks out. Yeah, dude, it's a real life gank, man. I shouldn't have pushed that, damn it. I should have enough for boots, so I should run back and get those. Since I'm not going to be able to stop that freeze. Ooh, I don't know if that's the move, buddy. Oh, you're gonna die! Yeah, get him, Fertile Twink! Get him! And he moved in front of him? Okay. Alright, get him! Oh, 1 kill! Alright. Oh no! It's so basically it's Dwarf. Yes, 100%, honestly. Yes, it is. I've also been buying things in this game for over 10 years. That's why, What's up, dog? Oh! But yeah, these poor little minions, man. I have 35 CS to his 43. There's no way I'm winning this. He's whooping my ass, dude. Alright, well, I'm Primo for Genko. Oh my god, dude, I'm getting fucking mollywopped. Nope, I gotta stay. That guy's name is just Hello? That's creepy. How is his name that? Nice. No! Oh, yeah, the cannon's mine. Dude. Jazz is like one of my favorite. Now, granted, because of Cowboy Bebop, oh, come on! That's just gonna be a... Alright, there's that. I don't know why Echo tried that, dude. That'd be a great game. Jazz Quartet Panic, you have to eat all the sandwiches without getting killed by a Jazz Quartet. I agree, honestly. I don't know why we attempted that gank. I don't do damage. I'm not building damage, and Echo is like 2 levels behind. And he was topside, so that was really stupid. I gotta just ping people away from now on. I don't know why I had faith in that man to do any damage. So my big problem is I'm playing a support laner in top lane because I thought I was gonna be in I thought I was gonna be bot lane. Oh my god, Will! Jesus Christ. Be in a smoke-filled stereo. Yeah, dude! Yeah, he knows he's got this in the bag now. He's just gonna run me down. Alright, my lane is fucked. Yeah, bro. There was a Cowboy Bebop, man. It taught me so much about music. The Seatbelts, which is like a band made for that, I believe. That anime, it was so good. It was so fucking good. So technically, right now, in lane, my job is to get as many of these little minions as I can. He has 68, I have 48, which means he has more money than me. Also, his name is Hattori Kaname. Okay. Well, Hattori is like part of the Iga clan. And it's my job is to defend this tower. However, this guy's a bruiser. His whole thing is like fighting. And mine is just to shield people and pull people. I'm not supposed to be up here. Oh no, I didn't kill it. Damn it. Oh, I'm so bronze. I'm so bronze. How did that hit me, homie? I'm calling bullshit. Nice. The Dead Park Challenge game. You boost if you make it up. Key in random order? Exactly. Hi everyone, you look great today. Ah, yeah, dude. My girlfriend cut my hair last night, dude. Or yesterday. Mainly because if she left it to my own devices, well, we've seen how that's gonna go before. Like, it's not good. No one wins. Alright, I don't have to ward. I can't do anything. I'm so scared to walk down this far. Oh no, I'm scared. I don't want to be here. I did not mean... I have to get back. I have to get back. Give me these fruit. Yo, what up? I spent a lot of time at Rhino Scotch, which is a legendary. It was before there was an indoor smoking ban too, so it was very smoke filled. Hell yeah! Oh, that was a really good dodge on your part. Yo. I can't believe how much damage these minions do to these fucking towers now, bro. I miss tower plating like when it was like effective, bro. Ah! Oh, he got me. He got me, guys. Ha-ha! What's up, bitch? He's leaving. Oh shit. Alright, can I do this, dude? Gonna make him come after me. Oh, he's not going to now without that Q. He's gonna get this tower, though. And I kinda have to back. There's nothing I can do. If I stay, I die. I don't know what watching this for. I'm trying to find out. Well, like right now, the laning phase is like the most boring part. But then once we get into like team fight phase, it could be really funny. This is the most streamed video game of all time. This video game took over the internet for like 12 years. Especially in like China. My tower! I failed everybody, I apologize. We knew that was happening. Oh, I didn't get the soul, bro.
What is the word of a soul?
All right, Aatrox is going bot lane, boys. I'm sorry. More people watch Worlds League of Legends than the Super Bowl. Can I get a plate? Nope. Okay. Oh my god, dude. Just finished coal so I can finish a fucking item, dude. I'm about to get jam fucked. Alright, fuck it. I'm gonna risk it, dude. I'm not worth any gold. I'm 1-1. Or 0-1. Hit that bitch. Where's Master Yi? I know he's coming. I know he's coming for this booty. Okay, well, he didn't come. There it is.
Closing
in. Get away from me. Punk ass. I hate Aatrox. I still didn't even finish Cole, dude. So bad I requested, so the band I requested for later has a bit of a habit of throwing in some funky jam, and so many of their songs. Don't think I do with the one I requested, but it happened. Yeah. I know, Clara. Believe it or not, for about 5 years, my only content on League of Legends, or on YouTube, was League of Legends.
this way. Torment comes in so many
Fuck. I still do not have Cole done. Jesus Christ. Almost done, though. Oh, man. Master Yi taking off. Alright. Oh, I know. Alright, dude. Let's see if I can help turn some shit. Me and Fertile Twink and Tall Dark are going in. Shit! No, there's just no stopping him. 4-11, dude. Oh. GG Buried Mid. Dude, you played Gnar. What are you doing? That was a trash thing. I'm not honoring anybody. Hey! How did I get an S rank in top? How did I do that? Because this is my only real legal exposure. I always think of that's chill jazz MOBA. I did more damage than our fucking Echo with Thresh, and I did almost the same amount of damage as our fucking ADC. Yo, what the fuck? I wasn't even the weakest link on our fucking team. I took 12,000 damage. I managed to put out 11,000 damage to Aatrox, though. Well, that was disappointing. Well, that was lame. As all things go, as all things considered, well done. No, that was a really bad game. Oh. All right, let's get into the content. All right. Whew, I be over here eating like fucking grapes and shit instead of chips. We improving our health, boys. I'm already my fucking shorts no longer fit. You have nearly a with those fucking it. Look. Oh, I'm gonna go to full cam real quick. I'm not done, but I'm getting myself built up pretty well. All of those are characters like in League of Legends and stuff. It's coming together. I have a few things I'm gonna put on the wall behind me too. I'm gonna get a little LED strip to put under it or something and make it light up. You know, I don't want to use up too much electricity. They're pretty the house before I got here to hang out with my girlfriend a bunch. She's like, it's weird when you meet someone that actually gives a shit about the environment. Like, we don't run a lot of water. She grows like a lot of her own food. Like, it's so strange. So I'm eating like actual like naturally grown potatoes and shit. Like, it's so wild. It's so fucking confusing, dude. It's so confusing. But anyway, yes, Nikki, you must drive safe. Because, like, if I'm a distraction, you must not watch me. Your safety is of the utmost importance. So I do want to just do this because most people will never see this, and for good reasons. Maybe people shouldn't go check this out. But let's do this real quick. So my Asmongold video that I uploaded. Oh no, I don't want to see that. Those all sound like normal things to me. Yep. Look, man, so I made a video like calling out some of Asmongold's like last things, because like for those that don't know, he's on the right. Man, the comments were a little unhinged, I'm not gonna lie, dude. Sounds like you found someone perfect for your ass. Dude, I'm telling you. If you stop responding, Nick we will assume the word. Exactly, dude. I don't watch, I just listen while I drive. Well, good. Eyes on the road, man. We need you around, Nikki. What would I do without my Nikki? You know what I'm saying? There are a handful of people that I hope I never lose in my life, and Nikki, you're one of them. Goddammit. Your kindness is some of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. Though that could be said to a lot of the people here in this chat probably right now. But anyway, dude, some of the comments I got on this shit was just unhinged. This is like a massive dislike. Obviously, it's gonna happen because like I'm criticizing Asmongold, who has like, what is it, like 4 million subscribers. But my god, dude, the comments in this section were kind of crazy. Now, luckily, some of them were actually quite beautiful, and like I feel like we can come to some kind of agreement and cool down some of the political divisiveness. But my god, man. Like one of them, one of them was so funny to me, dude, that I kind of like, it made me giggle. Mr. Whiskers says, "Nah, this ain't gonna bounce the way you want it to." Like obviously, like I'm a nobody-sized channel, and I'm criticizing one of the largest content creators in the political sphere, who has a massive audience. Yeah, there's no way that I'm gonna be able to like can say if it comes down to a popularity contest. I have less than 1% of 1% of his viewers. Obviously not exactly, dude. Yeah, none of the, well, one of them's a renegade, but that guy was actually, because he's been in a lot of my videos. I think his name is Alan Tioff or whatever. They say a lot of, he's been in so many of my videos. I think he actually even talked in the High Ren. He was very super respectful, as always. Even though we disagree on some things, like, I love that guy. That guy's awesome. Yeah, but one of them was, where was it, dude? It was so funny, though. Of all the big, as the one that really confused me the most is why he's big. Yeah, dude. I understand how it happened, though. Like, I understand, like, the chain of events that led to Asmongold becoming who he is. And I don't necessarily fault him for that. Because, like I said, I've been in this sphere. Maybe I wasn't making the content around it very much. But like for me, YouTube has always been a lot of them not keen on, but I can sort of understand the appeal hypothetically. Yeah. A lot of gamers like Asmongold because he was around during like Gamergate. He was around like through the Trump administration and talking about and doing stuff like that. And then as things started to escalate more and more and more and more and more and more, Asmongold went from a guy who kind of rode the middle, who was kind of a cutesy guy that was friends with Emiru and Tectone and part of this big streaming organization while playing World of Warcraft. He started dipping slowly into the political environment. And as more and more people were getting radicalized, I believe that over time it started to radicalize him. I truly believe that Asmongold probably doesn't want any kind of suffering in the world, but he doesn't understand what his rhetoric is doing to everybody and how that can be harmful. Like, you can't sit around and talk about how, like, when the Republicans start shooting back, it's going to be justified. You can't do that, especially when we don't even know necessarily, like, what the motivation of the shooter was to Charlie Kirk. We just don't know, man. So as you slowly start to ramp up your shit, and you start talking about justified targets or 90% of the violence is on one side, like, you're kind of feeding into those things. And as a renegade and someone that watches a lot of Ren's content, especially like Money Games 3 and stuff, I think that we all play some part in creating the environment that led to what happened. And people like me that talk about politics a lot have a higher level of degree of responsibility. But then people like Asmongold, who is like literally the largest content creator for politics, at least in the alternative media sphere, like, he's got 4 million people that watch him. He's huge on Twitch. He's huge on Twitter. He's huge on all these other spaces. He's also on Kick now, I believe. Like, they have such a high, like, he has such a high threshold of responsibility for what he puts out into the world that if you're not going to be careful with the words that you say, maybe you shouldn't be able to say them for a living. I'm not saying that, like, he has to, like, walk on eggshells and never make edgy jokes. I'm about edgy jokes. I made a joke about the irony about what happened at that event. But, you have to not be willing to escalate violence. Dude, these are your political violence, and calling for it is one of the biggest taboos, and Democrat, it can be really seductive to those feeling. I do it sometimes, but it's restrained, exactly. Yeah, dude. Like, right now we have a president that's not calling for de-escalation. Weak takes and on. Yeah. The dude is a total cringy grit. Yeah. Like, I feel like when he realized, well, like, because I started watching, like, I was watching the Trump stuff in 2024, and I was like, something feels different. Something feels wrong right now. I feel like the culture is shifting because more and more of the millennials, like myself, that existed in Gamergate and all these things, like, dude, I was persecuted by the left in a lot of ways, man. They tried to go after my job. I've been called Nazi. I've been called everything under the sun, despite the fact that I'm fucking Jewish and I've never advocated for anything that would take away the rights of individuals. My biggest problem and my biggest issue was that I told people that we have to take conservatives at their word, which now that I'm a little older and a little wiser, maybe was not the right move, now that I know that a lot of them are using dog whistles like, well, I'm only for legal immigration. And it's like, okay. You understand that, like, a majority of the immigrants that come to this country do it legally, right? Like, there's not a lot of people hopping the border. More than, like, 58% of people that cross our border overstay visas. They came here legally, and then they got stuck in the system. They didn't, like, cross the border illegally. We don't need a crazy wall. The majority of people come over here on visas, or they're coming over here for claiming asylum. What are we talking about here? Like, a majority of the people that come here are doing so legally. They're not illegal immigrants. Like, what the fuck are we talking about? And then, like, when you start getting into it and you start understanding, they don't even want the B1 bunch of Bernie Bros went MAGA. Well, yeah, and that makes sense because they feel like the Democratic Party shifted them. And then it also makes sense because our political landscape and our alternative media landscape are full of people like Hassan, Kyle Polinsky, and Crystal Ball, and fucking all these motherfuckers that are just out here saying the Democratic Party evil, Democratic Party evil, Democratic Party evil. They're weak, they're ineffective, they're evil, they're evil, they're evil. Where else are you going to go to? It's either left or right, and if you spend a majority of your time on the left talking shit about your party instead of like talking shit about the issues and what we could expect from them, like what the fuck, dude? You can't sit here and bash the only opposition to the right and then wonder why people stop voting for the left. What are you doing? If you care about your side, you have to like sometimes worry to some degree about optics. You cannot just go full attack against your party. Like the fact that you can go click Hassan Piker's stream today, and then I bet you I stayed up watching the 2024 election and was like, oh fuck, here we go. When Trump won, can the country with the world's most powerful money hold it to its democracy? At this time, who knows, man? Especially after January 6th, dude. Especially after the fake electors plot. Especially after he convinced so many people that fake news, they're all just trying to fulfill the narrative. Exactly, dude. It's dangerous. People are like, I've watched so many debates, and the fact that those on the right do not exist within the domain of logic and reason, but they look to anything that's outside of their narrative as fake news. Like if you show someone a Wikipedia article, they'll be like, oh, well, it's Wikipedia, you can't trust that. You're like, okay. So then you go find a .gov article and they'll be like, the government sponsored this, you can't trust that. And I'm like, well, then where the fuck do you get your information from? Tim Pool? Like, you have to understand that Tim Pool was paid $5 million according to the indictments against RT Today. Like, he was paid $5 million for 1 year's worth of content to spread Russian misinformation. Now, I don't think he was paid that money to spread it. I think he was paid that money because he was already paying Russian misinformation, and they wanted to further, like, hey, keep doing this. You know what I mean? I feel like they just aligned politically. Like, I don't really think people buy opinions too often. Because typically you just find people that already agree with you and then you just offer them money. Like, you could just look to any content creators, like my channel, for example. A lot of people that donate, they don't necessarily donate because they agree with me, but they donate because they might like what I'm saying to put into the world, or authenticity, or whatever it could be. There's a virtue that I have that they want to hold on to. Daddy Trump is where they get their information. Exactly. And then, like, even fucking JD Vance had to come out and say they lied about stuff in order to just get a conversation started. Then they, like, look at Vladimir Zelensky, be like, well, you didn't hold an election. It's like, yeah, dipshit. When I'm speaking to someone and I recognize their Ismail is basically most modernism, we will all have our own facts. Religious dogma, God says it's true, or a particular type of, yeah. Yep. Epistemology, yeah. Brother, there's no conspiracy mindsets, which is, well, no evidence is evidence because they're so powerful they cover it up. Yep. What are you supposed to do? Like, if I can't show you, like, and then it's dangerous because right now it's happening on the left. Right now on the left, people are trying to say that, like, Donald Trump ordered the hit on Charlie Kirk to, like, get away from the Epstein file. And although it's a funny conspiracy, and, like, you're like, haha, come on, dude, there's no evidence to support that, and you're making our side look unhinged. If you're also someone out there dancing on the grave of Charlie Kirk, hell yeah, brother, get it! Hell yeah, dude. Small dick party, dude, let's go. But if you're someone dancing on the grave of Charlie Kirk, you're part of the problem too. Like, holy fuck, dude. I don't know how he got to a point where it's okay. Like, I didn't like the there's very little room to move. There's very little room to move if someone has a self-sealing belief. Yeah. Well, I like to, like, because the quiet village life in Canada. Yeah, well, that was probably some redneck out there. I mean, I am in the province that's mostly conservative. So I gotta be careful with what I say. I don't know how dope these guys are. Well, I mean, with America threatening to take the land from Canada, they probably aren't so Trumpy. If I was back in, let's just say Ohio, I'd be a little more worried about being this close to the road. My old house was on kind of the top of a hill, so I was far enough away that no one heard my ranting and bullshit. But all right, let's just get into a quick little debate. Oh wait, hold on. This guy replied. Holy shit, this guy's saying something smart. Gamergate pushed a whole lot of gamers to the right because the media lied about it so hard and pushed a false narrative that was just men attacking women and being chauvinist. I agree with that. It was pushed so hard that the false narrative was being promoted on mainstream media and publications. Yes. Anita Sarkeesian even went on The Daily Show and talked to Jon Stewart and said that gaming makes you sexist. Because nobody wanted to talk about it. What was really happening, that people were trading sex with journalists for favorable reviews. Yes, I know. I'm 100% shining light on how corrupt the gaming journalists are going to get. That's when I saw many of his followers start questioning the media. Yep, I just said that, which led them to questioning MSM coverage of Trump and seemed like a pathway to conservatism. Then the lockdowns pushed many others into conservatism as they hated being told where they can and can't go. And then people were losing their jobs. People were being told to snitch on each other for its rewards. It's literally no wonder the right has become so popular in America. Moderates have nowhere else to turn. Fuck. That's exactly my own analysis about what happened, dude. This guy just said it in a more articulate way. Yes, gamers are probably to blame for Trump because of Gamergate. A lot of Gamergate went far right, unfortunately, because of people like Sargon of Akkad and, you know, it's a bummer. The anti-SJW movement, the anti-woke movement, they all did it. They all did it to it. Like, holy fuck. And the worst part is I participated in all that shit. All right, we can close all this. All right, so today we're going to watch, Destiny uploaded a short video. And it's called Destiny Debates 5 MAGA Debaters in a Live Showdown. I want you to eat for my fuckboy car content. And their Canadian thing's about to get weird because they go back and forth between the U.S. Oh! Oh, that was a cool little edit. Was that real or did they just do that in the post-op? Like, that's pretty gangster. Post-op, I mean, whatever. And post.
For my second prompt,
Steve Bannon was exactly. And Steve Bannon literally saw the way the Gamergate worked and then built upon that. He openly talks about it. He saw that outrage culture was where it was at. And my problem, that's why I made the post that I said I will no longer be a tool used for anger. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to spend my messaging now trying to like de-radicalize, try to bring people together, and try to look at different perspectives. Like, and even sometimes that means putting myself in a Republican point of view. Like, we need to get away from the culture that is just upset all the time. We need to stop pointing the fingers at each other, and we need to start looking at where we can reconcile our differences. And we need to start agreeing on facts again. We need to start agreeing on what it means to be an American again. Like, that's just all it is. We got to agree on what the great American dream is. And if you don't believe in that dream, we need to find a way to like facilitate your way of life in our country without being at war.
the current Trump administration is weaponizing all parts of the rule of law that they can in a way that no U.S. president has done in U.S. history. And I think that's been exemplified in literally just this prior year of the Trump term.
I'll start the timer on your first word.
In what way do you see this administration weaponizing?
There's a lot of different places that I could go with this, but I would say one way would be the fact that Donald Trump personally, even as the president of the United States, is filing lawsuits for defamation against multiple companies because he either doesn't like the fact that he had a social media account banned, or that he doesn't like an interview that was posted by 60 Minutes, or suing like a pollster in Iowa, Seltzer, because he thought that her poll was unfair to him prior to the election. I would say those are all really bad things.
What happened in those court cases, though?
For a lot of them, well, the people settled.
Okay. What about the rest?
They're ongoing.
That was a pretty good rhetorical question on his part. If they settled, why did they settle? That's a good question. And it can change some stuff around. I don't know who this bigger guy is, but I like that he That was a good way to like push back on Destiny's point.
that he had a social media account banned, or that he doesn't like an interview that was posted by 60 Minutes, or suing like a pollster in Iowa, Seltzer, because he thought that her poll was unfair to him prior to the election. I would say those are all really bad things.
What happened in those court cases, though?
For a lot of them, well, the people settled.
Okay. What about the rest?
They're ongoing.
All right. Why would they settle if they're innocent?
Because Donald Trump is the president of the United States, and the executive branch is in charge of a lot of mergers that these companies might be looking at going forward. And Trump has already shown that he's willing to come down harshly on people that won't play ball with his administration.
I mean, you can go either direction with that answer, but Occam's razor would probably be that they just didn't want to participate in a trial with the president of the United States. But you could also use that as like, well, if they settled, that means they were somewhat guilty. Like, it's the reason why companies that if you hit them with like a lawsuit for like unfair practices, 90% of the time they'll just give you a boilerplate NDA and they'll give you like 50 grand to shut the fuck up. Doesn't mean that what they did was wrong. It just means that they'd rather not even go into like battle mode over it, which is crazy because like they have the money to do so, but then you just get a lot of bad publicity. And then it invites more people to like, hey, this also happened to me. Like Stephen Colbert. Exactly. Yeah, Stephen Colbert, they did fuck him over. And Trump like literally said, get rid of that motherfucker if you want this merger to go through. 100%. Trump is doing those things. I'm just saying, this is an unquantifiable thing because we can't prove their state of mind through what we have without like reading like the the court cases and the filings and shit like that.
Going forward, and Trump has already shown that he's willing to come down harshly on people that won't play ball with his administration.
Yeah, you don't change most people's minds by telling them or genuinely showing them they're wrong. You do it by being genuinely nice and asking questions and being accepting with some exceptions. What if the dream was a lie to satiate citizens? Finding common ground, is that the goal? It has to be the goal, Kia. It has to be. Now, the American dream for me is probably over because I'm going to be picking up that Canadian dream, whatever that dream is. But common ground, I feels like it has to be a necessity, or else you're just going to be at constant war, man. Like, it may not be like full-blown civil war, but you're going to be at like pop shots, constant attacks, violence springing up on both sides over and over again. Whoever the next president is, or hell, fuck Trump if he does it. You know, fucking Trump if he does it. Whoever can start toning down the political rhetoric deserves like a fucking slow motion high five with epic music. I'm just, what are you supposed to do? You know?
So you're saying it has nothing to do with...
When being someone who likes to think critically and go for verifiable facts over winning, it's easy to project and think most people function that way, but so many don't. I agree with Ty Harvard. Exactly, dude. Exactly. We do need, like, again, I've talked about him a few times here on this channel, but Daryl Davis managed to convince many people in the KKK to lay down their hood by conversations and showing people that black people were not the way that they perceived them to be. And no one would ever tell Daryl Davis that he should do it. I remember he'd go on campuses and then a bunch of young black people, like African American students and stuff, would be yelling at him, calling him an Uncle Tom. My entire family immigrated from China. We are the American dream, cars, homes, business. Exactly, dude. That's what America's supposed to be. Anyone can come here, not here anymore, but anyone can go there and prosper. That's the point, man. You should be able to prosper in a land as long as you're willing to work hard, work your ass off, and do what you can for your fellow citizens. You know, by stimulating the economy, you're creating an environment that, you know, fosters growth. By buying things at your local mall, you're creating revenue, and you're like supplementing the entire industry that you're a part of. Like, you're holding up your economy. I didn't really speak English until middle school, Jesus. So you're bilingual? That's so impressive, man. Like, I have such a hard time I tried to learn Spanish in high school, and I swear to God, I'm going into the office now, so I'll chat with you all later. Be safe, Nikki. I love that documentary about him. Really good example of like street epistemology stuff while working in very extreme. Exactly, dude. Exactly. The whole idea of bilingual people freaked me out because I couldn't learn Spanish to save my life. And like with how much anime I've watched in my life, though I'm not a subs guy, I have watched some things on subs, and you think eventually I'd start picking up words. I think the only one I learned was like Nobo Seri, which means like bandit, and that was because of Samurai 7. Or walk safe at this point, I guess. Exactly, dude. Alright, let's see what this... I recognize this guy from his Jubilee appearance, and this guy, and I recognize him from a Peter Boghossian appearance. Vietnamese, Cantonese, English, and enough Spanish to go. Jesus Christ, are you like a super genius? Why do you watch my content, homie? What the fuck? I have to make you cringe so much when I like mispronounce a word or use the wrong word at like the wrong time. You know what I mean? Jesus, I apologize, Lou. I apologize.
Guilt has nothing to do with evidence or innocence or anything like that.
Correct.
All right.
Or
So-
it might not. I mean, fairly, we can't truly know. But I mean,
Exactly.
I would say that the fact
I'm bilingual. If you learned as a child, it's kind of cheating though. In Europe, people speak multiple languages. Yeah, in America, we're just fucking lazy. In America, we see a Chinese citizen and we're like, how dare you? You must learn our culture. Or we say the same thing to like any immigrant, honestly. Yeah, but also a stoner. Okay. Oh, look. Guys. Look, I don't... My stream is not for kids, and I have that marked, so we should be all right. Let's put that seed there. Thank you. Oh my god, dude, I got some nugs the other day, dude, at a dispensary here in town. Oh, that dispensary was fire, dude. I loved it. Oh, Jesus. Look, dude. Oh my, I gotta tell, you know what, I'll tell that story after this video, because I don't want to, if a Destiny fan watches it, they don't need to hear about how I woke up my girlfriend 2 nights ago. Like, they don't. Alright, let's get back to this so we can bullshit about dumb stuff.
President of the United States filing civil lawsuits against companies is so bad for so many different reasons that every American should immediately have revulsion to that idea.
All right. So how many civil lawsuits were filed against Donald Trump while he was in office, or...
Okay, so this guy kind of just did a dodge, if you guys know. He's talking about Donald Trump filing lawsuits about individuals. So now he's trying to talk about people that filed lawsuits against the former president. That's not cool. Like, that's like an obfuscation. Like, these are two different things. Like, way different. Donald Trump is the president of the United States. Like, him filing lawsuits against you and then using his office as like a bludgeon to say that like, if you don't do these things, we're not going to like sign off on your merger. And also Stephen Colbert needs to shut the fuck up. Or, you know, it's different. It is entirely different. Any private entity can... my first time in Amsterdam was in 2005, and that showed me a very different way of living. Bro, I'm not gonna lie. I've always wanted to go to Amsterdam. Holy Jesus. And not for the legalized prostitution. That's not my thing. I don't need that. But man, I know, aren't shrooms also legal in Amsterdam? Like, holy fuck, dude. I would go in, do a fucking handful of shrooms. Oh, I'd have to put them on a pizza or something, bro. There's no way. Shrooms are so gross. But like, oh my god, dude. And I bet you like they have really high THC counts. Oh my god. Ooh wee, you know what I'm saying? Fuck. I need to go there one day. But need to get healthy first.
or immediately after leaving office?
By the president, zero.
I'm sorry?
By Biden, zero. Biden didn't file any civil lawsuits against Trump or anybody in the media.
Yep, Biden, you prefer unlegalized prostitution. The wet ones and dried. I mean, Amsterdam is a really nice city. I will say this. If you're going to do prostitution, it's probably better to do it in Amsterdam where it's legal. But it's not my style, bro. It's not my style.
No, I wasn't asking. I asked just in general, how many suits have been brought up against?
See, Destiny caught the bullshit that he was about to put down, and he got a joke. Yeah, I know. I'm fucking around too. I just, one of the best ways to like respond to a joke for me, funny wise, is to just be completely deadpan and serious. Be like, yes, legal prostitution is the best prostitution. Like, yeah, I watched one of the UK elections on shrooms in a man. That's so gangster. Holy shit. In a video game.
Trump, while he was in office or since he's been
Civil
office?
lawsuits, minus zero. By like lawmakers or whatever. Individuals might be suing, and that's up to individuals. But by lawmakers or by the president or people in politics, like those people, zero.
No, the one regarding his loans, his bank loans, that was not civil. That was brought up by city prosecutors. That wasn't a private civil lawsuit.
Yeah, but
Okay, but there's a difference between city prosecutors and the president of the United States. Like, the president of the United States is not supposed to direct the DOJ under any circumstance. And most of these states have their own states, like their own level of governance. Like, you're not supposed to have the president interfering with DOJ investigations whatsoever. That's not how it's supposed to work. You're supposed to hire them, and then you let them run themselves internally. You're supposed to be hands-off with the Department of Justice. Your job is just to enforce laws when they are necessary to be enforced. Because you're the prime executive, you know what I mean? Like, your whole thing is supposed to enforce the laws that Congress pass. That's what the president's supposed to do. And the Congress passes the laws because we vote the Congress in. Yeah, come on, man. The fact that so many Americans don't understand basic shit about their own government shows that, like, the fact that people are stupid in this country or that country is why Donald Trump can just come out and say, I could shoot a motherfucker on, like, 6th Avenue and I'll still get all the votes. And then he's not even lying, dude. It's fucking crazy. Fuck, man.
But these are, one, those are states, and then two, I believe those guys were doing investigations.
My favorite kind of joke is to make a really unfunny joke and then spend ages explaining why it's technically funny and over again, and then getting the person to laugh at it. It's like a dad joke, but then you have to go into the explanation. I feel like I'm at a loss because the majority of my jokes are tied to like video game pop culture, and then like I make them, and then I look over at my girlfriend, and she's like, "What?" And I'm like, "Fuck, fuck, man." It's a meme from Halo. You know what I mean? Or I'll be like, I'll make a political joke with my boys on the internet. Because a lot of my boys on the internet are just conservative. They don't understand what the fuck I'm saying. And I'm like, fuck, man. I tried so hard. Got so far. But in the end, god damn it, dude.
For like criminal related matters.
Okay, so what was found in that, though?
Yeah, but these are, one, those are states, and then two, I believe those guys were doing investigations for like criminal related matters.
Okay.
I mean, have you seen his hand? Yeah, that motherfucker. Trump's hand be looking nasty, bro.
States, and then two, I believe those guys were doing investigations for like criminal related matters.
Okay, so what was found in that, though? Was he found liable? Did he lose any of these lawsuits?
I mean, the criminal ones in New York State relating to the 34 felony convictions he has, I mean, he lost that one, obviously.
So now, what was the purpose to bring those lawsuits, though? Was it
because he was misappropriating campaign funds and then directing somebody to lie about the source of those campaign funds to pay off people so that the stories wouldn't come out during the election season.
So you've got a lot to say about justifying why he would be tried for various things, but quick to dismiss any lawsuits that he's brought up on anyone else.
What reasons did we receive from Trump about the reasons for those lawsuits? Trump committed what we believe to be crimes, and then we use the justice system to go after him, because in America, no man is supposed to be above the law. We are supposed to be equal, regardless of skin color, position of job, whether level of influence or money. Justice is supposed to be blind. That's why just the Lady Justice wears a goddamn blindfold. The color of your skin is supposed to be irrelevant to the situation that we're in. The level of wealth you have is supposed to be irrelevant to the situation you're in. If you want to radicalize people immediately, you just have to point holes in the fucking system. People like Epstein or Ghislaine Maxwell going free, or Trump becoming president and then nulling and voiding all of the investigations into him. And then the Supreme Court essentially deifying that he could do whatever the fuck he wants as long as it's in the purview of the goddamn president. That's not okay. And we've never seen that before in our entire history in our country. We held Richard Nixon responsible for the shit that he did with Watergate. We literally held Bill Clinton responsible for lying under oath to the American people. We literally impeached his ass. Meanwhile, he was literally making our economy the best that it's ever been. These don't phase where because they aren't defining clear principles first. It's just a game of hide the ball. Well, and that's a problem because, like, a majority of the time, the points move on too fast. I agree. But the reason why, I don't know why it's not throwing up your thing. I literally turned on the fact that all of my streams now have no content moderation in the comments. There's a semi-made point, a disagreement, then it moves to the next point. Yeah. I don't really like debates that are like on time frames. This is like, I think, a trailer for the debate coming up. I don't even know why I'm watching it because there's no way he gets 5 debates in. President Kingdom of Trump.
Well, filing civil lawsuits against people because you feel personally offended is a lot different than criminal investigations, especially those done by states that aren't directed by the president. But I mean, these are two very different things, right?
Okay, fair enough. So,
okay.
All right.
I like this bigger guy. He ceded ground. He bit a bullet. Fuck yeah, dude. We need more of that. It's okay to bite bullets in debates. Why? Because he's a bad man who keeps criming. Exactly. But like again, it's the same thing that Andrew Tate will do. Destiny calls this the all roads lead to Rome. And I kind of like that analogy. He'll say something like, Andrew Tate will come out and say, the system is rigged, it's against me. And then he'll go to court for his crimes. And then if the verdict comes out that he was found guilty of committing said crimes, he'll say, of course it is. The system is rigged against me, they control the courts. So they're going to win, like they're going to prove whatever they want to prove, they're going to have a sham trial, and I'm going to go to jail. And if he wins, he'll say, well, of course I beat the systems because the system is rigged and I had clear evidence to suggest otherwise. They always have an out, no matter what. You can never hold their feet to the fire on anything because they just don't deal in the realm of facts. They just don't give a shit. And you see people like Hassan do that where he just rewrites history when you're like, hey man, why did you bring a Houthi terrorist on your stream? And then he'll be like, I never did that. But if you watch the episode of the stream, he says, hey, man, we're going to bring on a Houthi terrorist on the stream. And people in his comments are like, maybe you shouldn't do that. And he's like, what do you mean, brother? This is journalism. And it's like, what? Okay, what? And then he'll be like, well, we don't know he's a Houthi terrorist. It's like, doesn't matter if we know he's a Houthi terrorist or not. You invited him on. Under the guise that he was a Houthi terrorist. Your intent was to bring on a Houthi terrorist. It wasn't to bring on some kid. So like, what are we doing? Why are we rewriting history? Why are we doing this all roads lead to Rome shit where no one can just be held accountable for the things they do? I don't understand what's happening in this world. When we go to work, we tell employers or we tell employees that it's their responsibility to show up at this time, to do this amount of jobs and this amount of work and la-di-da, whatever. And then, like, if they don't do those, we fire them. But when it comes to our fucking political fucking stratosphere or media environment, we don't hold any of the people accountable that make claims. Like, I was harsh on Rachel Maddow when she said that vaccines will cure COVID. Dummy, that's not what they do. I understand why she said it. I understand that she was just trying to help people get the vaccine, and I understand that she's trying to save lives. But she lied. So we just call her out for the lie and be like, well, actually, ma'am, I apologize. That's not what the vaccines do. They help mitigate the harmful effects of COVID and lessen the degree of which how COVID will negatively impact your life. You could just say that. You don't have to lie to prove your point. You just tell the truth. And if sometimes you have to admit that there are going to be some complications with vaccines, you just admit it. You could also then just turn around and admit that, like, the complications you receive from the vaccine are typically going to be way worse if you just catch COVID without it. Boom! You could just tell the truth. It works. We're here at the same spot. Whoa! You gave all the proper information for a person to make a decision in real time, and you're going to let them make that decision. And realistically, if you're upfront with the shortfalls of something, people are going to make that decision. You know how many times I've told people that they don't have to get a full synthetic oil change? And then I just explain the benefits of between a regular conventional oil change to a semi-synthetic to a full synthetic. 90% of the time, even though it's almost 3 times the amount of money, I really want these in the media to ask the same questions over and over again 100 times if needed until the question that was actually asked is answered. Oh, see, I agree wholeheartedly. And when you see that in a debate, I swear to God, like, Destiny does it occasionally. Unfortunately, a ass face like Andrew Wilson does too, where he'll be like, that's not the question I asked you. Can you restate my question to me so that I know that you can, like, perceive the information I just put in front of you? Because you're clearly not answering the question I fucking asked you. So what was my question? And I've seen Destiny do that a handful of times. Really good guys that are like debate bros, not good guys, but like good debate bros will typically like hanker on that. The problem is a lot of the people that give out our information are just journalists. We need someone who is like politically savvy, kind of a debate bro, to give out information. I think like on a news media. So if they get pushback from the pundits or they get pushback from guests, they can always like be like, that's not true. No. How about you answer the question, ass face? But the problem is a lot of news is now opinion. They're mostly opinion pieces. No one actually watched the actual reporting. I apologize. No one watches the actual like facts from what's happening. No one reads the indictments. No one reads the papers. No one reads the studies. They just throw it out there and say, fuck it. And then you're left to pick up the pieces yourself. That's why things like ground news is good. That'll like it'll showcase like which side of the political spectrum is doing this. And I'm so happy to sell the business that sells the oil, so I never have to explain the good, better, and best bullshit. Oh my god, dude, you understand the actual 100% vernacular. That's exactly how we good, better, and best. That's how, like, it's literally on every fucking thing. It's so like, okay, ma'am, I apologize, but this conventional oil change is typically good for about 3,000 miles, but you're definitely going to want to check your owner's manual. The reason why you might want to think about upgrading your oil is because you already have about 70,000 miles on the vehicle, and as your mileage on the vehicle gets high, you know, best to be the middleman, exactly. As the mileage on your vehicle gets high, it's harder and harder for your engine to be running. More so that they have different type of deodorants and a thinner viscosity of oil, so it flows easier and faster. It also gives you prolonged life on your oil, and it can also give you prolonged life on your oil change. To be fair on Matrix, she's usually extremely good about issuing retractions. No, yeah, and I'm not going to knock her, dude. Rachel Maddow's a pretty, you know, I'm not knocking her. I'm just saying on that one particular thing, she should have not said that. But hey, it was a stressful situation, and no one knew. Conversational it has been since Sinclair for over a decade. Yes, that's true. We used to just lie. Conventional oil, by and large, like, you can't even get conventional oil anymore. Yeah. I think they were probably just burning through what stock they had left. You know what I mean? Like, because Valvoline be doing that shit. But nowadays, I think you have to get a semi-synthetic or full synthetic. And they still try to sell you the good, better, or best, but now they're like, Well, now we just do an oil change, but if you upgrade a little bit, we'll actually add like engine decarbonization and other bullshit. You know what I mean? Because Valvoline cut us off 3 years ago when I was a Tire Choice. Actually, no, 4 years ago when I was a Tire Choice. They're like, hey, you can no longer get conventional oil. It's going to be semi-synthetic from now on. And then when you explain that to the customer, you always get that grumpy old fuck that's like, I've been using conventional oil for 39 years, and how dare you? And you're like, all right, dude. It's easier to sell it by just saying this oil has a bit of snake in it, so it will cure any illness you have. And then the same thing happens with tires. I've met so many people that'll come and be like, I just want tires. You got any used tires? Be like, no, sir. We only sell brand new tires for safety reasons. Unless you want to go get permits to sell used tires, we can't sell those. But we have tires starting as low as like $68.99. But those are, you know, branding is also a big cause of prices and bullshit marketing. Exactly. I will say this. It's so strange. Certain things in Canada are more expensive, like video games and like stuff that has a universal price. But like I bought a fucking sandwich yesterday that was like almost, it was way bigger than a foot long. It was like 2 Subways combined for $8. And then when I ran my card, because it runs it as American, it was like $6. Brother. A sub like that in the States is going to cost me $13. People who want to buy used tires need to get a grip. Rim shot. Exactly, dude. And then you're like, hey, man, I know that no one wants to spend a lot of money on rubber for their vehicle. It's never a good time to spend money on tires. But buying shitty tires, damn, buddy, get it. Buying shitty tires is going to have a dramatic effect on rideability, control. House brands are usually just as good as major labels. I agree. I mean, so there's a tire like Pirelli is a really good tire, but if you don't want to spend the money on a fucking Pirelli, just buy a Nexen. It's half the price, damn near the same level of quality. But I will stand on Michelin Cross Climates till my grave. I love Michelin Cross Climate 2s. They are such a damn good tire. They are a year-round tire that can be used in ice, sleet, and snow. One of the first all-season tires with a triple peak crown for all seasons. It also still is a performance tire. The only drawback to them is they're a little noisy after about 5 years. So that's a good thing, is they'll let you know when they're getting close to being changed, but it's a bad thing if you're looking for a quiet ride. Michelin Cross Climates, I don't think another tire comes close. And if you want to get a cheaper tire, I still like Kelly's, even though they're owned by Goodyear now and have been for a while. Another really good middle of the road tire for a long time was Cooper. However, their popularity got so big that they started getting, purchased out. Their prices started going up. But yeah, dude, there's so many, like, there's a reason why some name brands can like do good shit. And I think at one time, Nexen Tires was working in conjunction with Michelin, I believe is what I was told. Now, I don't know if there's any factual evidence to this. I didn't really look it up, go dive too deep into it. But at one point, Michelin got themselves in a little bit of trouble. Yeah, and they had to find another place to manufacture their tires. So I believe someone said they went to Nexen, and Nexen and them worked together for a little bit. And then after that, they got their ability to like remake their stuff. And by doing so, they let them keep some of the information. And so Nexen tires are pretty good. But you also don't you can always buy the economy version of them. I love Tiger Paws. Michelin actually owns the Tiger Paws that were really big in the 80s. And you can get some, Uniroyal, sorry. Yeah. Do you know the film Rubber? I do not know the film Rubber. Is that about tires? Actually, probably know this movie. Yes. Michelin are pricier but worth it. Yes, and then like with most Michelins, like obviously the Michelin Cross Climate 2s, they're good for about 70,000 miles, but you can get some like the Primacy tires that are good for like 80,000 miles. It's like 5 to 6 years if you drive a lot. And then if you compare that to like the general tires you can get at Walmart or Douglas's, you're lucky to get 30,000 miles out of those tires. Now, If I apologize, that was a weird sound that came from my stomach. But if you don't have enough money, cheap tires are better than bald tires. So do what you have to financially. Obviously, everyone has their own level of money they can put into things. But if you're at a position in your life where you can put decent tires on your vehicle, it's better overall. Those tires are less likely to blow on the road. Rubber is about a killer tire with telekinetic ability. What the fuck? I'm sorry, Destiny. I'm gonna have to cut out some of these tangents. He's not gonna. He'll never watch my content, so I don't have to worry about it.
All right, so he sued a couple of people for saying things that may or may not have been true, which is the only avenue for finding someone liable in the United States, because we are a free speech country. But if you can prove that someone said something that has harmed you in some way.
One thing that people don't know about defamation, which is ridiculous, is that you have to prove that it did not only harm to you and your reputation, but it did financial harm. But more importantly, you have to prove that they did it with malicious intent. In order for it to be defamation, you have to oh yeah, no, I know that they knew otherwise, but I said so anyway. If you're going off of reporting or information provided by pollsters, or the polling data, or the people that talked on the fucking calls when they called, that wouldn't constitute, you know what I mean? That wouldn't fucking, you wouldn't be able to get defamation done on that.
Measurably, that's the only avenue, difficult avenue, to bring charges against someone. Even the founders, the founding fathers, had to decide whether or not they needed to do that from time to time for themselves.
I don't think any president in U.S. history has filed civil suits against people.
Well, I don't know if while president, but definitely names that we know that.
Okay, but if it wasn't while president, then it's a different claim. I don't know why people do this disingenuous bullshit. Destiny's making the claim that Donald Trump, as president, is abusing his office and using that office to sue people and put pressure on people to buy into whatever bullshit he wants. That's a different claim that a former president sued someone for probably doing something like that. You hear about the fake electors plot, and then people are like, Hawaii! And you're like, bro, these are two different things. Hawaii, that did their version of whatever the electors plot was, that they're trying to combine in 1950 something or 70 something. I can't remember exactly what year it was, but Hawaii had a really close race, and so they had to do a recount on the election. So then the state selected a fucking Republican and a Democrat to go to cast the vote. Now, these were selected by the state, and these were elected officials for the state, and it was based off of the votes that came in by the citizens. Donald Trump's electorate's plot said, we don't give a fuck about the state or the people that voted in that state. We're going to send our own guy. Donald Trump isn't part of the state. It literally clearly states in our Constitution that the federal government has no control over these elections. He's not allowed to do this. He's not allowed to null and void states' rights. He's not allowed to go and put his own person in a position of power to cast that vote. He's not allowed to say that Mike Pence can unilaterally overturn the election and select the false electors. These people weren't let into the building. Many of these people that were these false electors had to testify before court. Many of them had to plead either guilty or they were found guilty of seditious conspiracy. Some of them went to fucking jail. Okay? These are two different things. It's really hard to tell when people are making fallacious arguments knowingly and when it's subconsciously motivated reasoning. Sometimes it's a mix of both. Yeah, if you, I don't know who this guy is. He's not a big political, some are clearly lying though. Exactly. This guy might genuinely believe what he's saying. I don't know enough about him, but if this was Tim Pool, who used to have a fucking brain when he used to talk about issues before like 5 years ago. I would, or like, you know, Ben Shapiro back when these guys were hypercritical of rhetoric and all this other bullshit, and they used a lot of facts and reasons, like win over a bunch of people on the center. And then after that, they just became fucking unhinged loons that just perpetuate fake news on a degree unhindered by any man. Like, holy fuck, dude, what are we talking about here? But, I mean, everyday people like this, I'm pretty sure he just believes the bullshit. And he doesn't seem disrespectful in his discourse or anything. Okay, I mean, I'm always glad that Destiny will match energy with anybody. So if this guy's going to stay calm and collected, Destiny will stay calm and collected.
from the first colonies, they did have libel lawsuits because people would say crap that wasn't real, and
Sure,
and they
which is
took it to
fine. But I
court.
think when the president is also in charge of like whether or not your mergers are approved or, you know, denied, I think that's a pretty scary world that the president could be suing you if you publish something that he doesn't like.
So-
It's very scary.
So how many people has Trump or his DOJ had arrested from the other political party?
Well, they're doing a lot of investigations into people
How
right
many?
now.
No, I said arrested. How many people
Arrested,
have they
I'm not
arrested?
sure if they've arrested anybody yet, although they're recommending stuff right now related to Russia stuff for Obama and Hillary. But I don't know.
Okay. And how many U.S. citizens have been clearly denied due process by this administration?
Okay, did you see that? What he did there was an intentional dodge. The question is, how many people have had their due process null and voided? That's what it should be, because that's what the Constitution states. And we have 6 Supreme Court cases that testify that very thing. We already have precedent. Okay? But that's why he made sure to say U.S. citizens, so that this way he wouldn't have to own or bite the bullet on the mass deportations or deportations of people illegally that null and void due process. That was an intentional misdirect on his point to ask an aimed question, which is dangerous because Destiny's pretty smart. But I think I made a post about this one time here on YouTube that we can look at real quick. Post. I think I talked about this way back in the day. Where is it? All right, here we go. I remember this post. Your tantrum about shitting on the Constitution misses the mark. If you truly revere the founding fathers, father members, remember this: all men are created equal, endowed with undeniable right, unalienable rights, not just citizens, not just patriots in red caps. The Constitution protections apply to persons, not just your preferred Americans. Yick Wow versus Hopkins, Plyer v. Doe, Zadavadatis versus Davis. Look, dude. Rasul v. versus Bush, or Rasul versus Bush, and Boumediene versus Bush. Dude, these names, bro. Why are they all foreign, dude? Why does America always have war with foreigners? All affirm this. Non-citizens, even undocumented or detained, are entitled to due process and equal protections under the U.S. law. Okay, I wrote this a little bit ago. We don't have to go into the second part, but we have like 6 cases that were against, 2 of them were against Bush, some of them were against other people. We saw it in real time, dude, that like the Supreme Court has already made these rulings. Like, we already have a precedent for this. Why are we just saying Americans or U.S. citizens? Like, green card holders have rights. You don't even have to be a green card holder. You could just be a person's on our country. You could be visiting from another country. You're out here on a visa. You could be here illegally. You still have rights that we believe that are endowed by your creator, not our government. We call them unalienable rights. It's in the name, dude. We even give rights to prisoners. Like, come on, dude.
Administration.
I think that's being contested in court right now, so it's hard to.
By this administration.
I think extra stuff for Obama and Hillary, but I don't know.
Okay. And how many U.S. citizens have been clearly denied due process by this administration?
I think that's being contested in court right now, so it's hard to say.
There's no number, right?
Well, it's being contested in court right now, so
I don't even know what's being contested. There's
stuff related to deportations.
yeah, but how many of these how many of these are U.S. citizens are we talking about?
I don't know the number off the top of my head.
There's no U.S. citizens being discussed with deportations.
There are.
No, they're not. Okay. There's no U.S. citizens being in the deportation discussions at all.
Okay.
So that's a fact.
It's not a.
How does he know that is a fact? People use the word fact incorrectly way too much.
No U.S. citizens being in the deportation.
He has to correct himself from people to American citizens. Exactly, dude. Exactly.
Being in the deportation discussions at all.
Okay.
So that's a fact.
It's not a fact. Also, green card people are also a lot of due process as well. I mean, lawful permanent resident status is important, right?
No, I said citizen. If you can't, if you're trying to say other non-citizen categories, then that's not a citizen.
Okay. Green card holders do have due process in the United States.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. But you just said green card. We're not. I don't know. So,
So I don't know what he think he did there. I could be mistaken, but I do think ICE has deported some citizens minors as they've deported valid Greek. Exactly, dude. Exactly. That's exactly what they did. It's crazy, dude. It's fucking crazy. And I'm not saying this guy's a monster or anything like that. I'm never gonna say that. This guy doesn't seem to be unhinged. He's just advocating, like he's playing defense for unhinged shit. Dude, I don't know where America goes from here, dude. I just don't know. I heard Shoe on Head, someone I used to watch a lot, come out and say that it doesn't matter if the shooter was on the right or left. Even if they're on the right, the left is to blame. ICE has absolutely detained citizens and deprived them of their rights even after they prove they were here legally. Exactly, dude. And these guys just don't care. What are you supposed to do, man? How do you convince people that humanity is a necessity and they don't give a shit about being human? I don't know what to say. I don't know why we use immigrants as this weapon for so long. I remember I always used to watch Fox News as a kid. And I'd be like, there's no way anyone believes this shit. There's no way anyone believes that, like, the left wants open borders. There's no... These guys say, I don't know, and then quickly move on. Level bad dodge. They didn't deport them, they just detained them illegally for extended periods. Exactly, dude. How are you supposed to calm down the political rhetoric when one side wants nothing to do but further escalate and stoke those flames? Like, we've seen Democrat after Democrat after Democrat for like the last 20 years call down political violence. And yet, my mother was a diehard conservative. All the fuck talking points, seriously, yeah, dude, my parents are too. And it's, I remember I called my mom up one time, and dude, my mom was the first female cop in Portland, Oregon. My mom has worked through genuine sexism. My mom is like in her 80s, bro. She had to do the women's march. You know, she was a lifelong Democrat. Moved to California with my dad. My dad was a conservative. Not long ago, Texas Republicans made a law for undocumented to get in state tuition. Well, What the fuck, dude? I remember I called my mom while she was talking about Kamala Harris, or I was, because like, you know, my parents will never talk politics with me. As soon as I try to talk politics with my dad, he just says we're not having this conversation. It makes me so fucking mad, as if like I'm not equipped to have a conversation with my father. Like, Dad, sorry, I didn't listen to Rush Limbaugh and Bill O'Reilly like with my dick rock hard. You know what I mean? Like, no, fuck that. But my dad, I love him. She unfortunately died before she had any chance to vote for Trump, who is a complete mooch, literally railed me and my other family members. But other people were the problem. Exactly, dude. Well, it's still a bummer that your mom passed away. My condolences there. Losing someone you love, regardless of their political affiliation, can feel like a dagger to the heart. Because at the end of the day, you can always separate a person from their ideas and opinions and see that there's good people behind the skin, you know. But I remember calling my mom, and I was like, "Mom, well, like, what the fuck are like? Can you believe the crazy shit that they're doing with these like they're saying about Kamala Harris?" Well, she's like, "Well, son, you gotta remember Kamala Harris isn't qualified to be president." As soon as someone lets go of the principle, there are no people we exclude from certain rights. Yes, even genuinely often people, they start to become potentially open, very dangerous stuff. Exactly, dude. Exactly, dude. I heard my mom flat out tell me Kamala Harris isn't allowed to be president because she doesn't have the qualifications for it. She's a DEI hire, son. Man, that pissed me off so fucking much. Like, Mom, you literally suffered through actual oppression for your gender. You had to fight in an industry that didn't want you. The cops treated you like total shit when you became an officer. No one trusted you to do the job that you were qualified to do. And you had to go out there and prove every fucking day that you deserved to wear that badge. And then when you became a goddamn she was an OSI agent for the Air Force, she had to still fight a bunch of crazy bullshit. I saw my mom in a few documentaries once, and it was like the coolest thing ever to see my mom, this badass old lady that fucking fought against a bunch of crazy shit. Like, she helped bring down Cisco. She served along the Secret Service. And then I sit here and I talk to my mom about a fucking presidential candidate, and she calls her a DEI hire, and she doesn't know what race she is today. And I'm like, Mom, you could be two different fucking races. She can have Indian fucking descent from India, and she can also have African descent. Her father, I think, was from Africa, or I can't remember, but one of the family members were a different thing. And they're like, well, she called herself the first Indian fucking person to be, like, in the Senate or whatever. It's like, dude, that doesn't mean she's not black. Like, what's more impressive, the 400th black senator or the first Indian senator? One of these you could add on a resume and be like, yo, but you don't have to be like a conspiracy theorist to point that out. Why is this so difficult? And then, like, dude, the shit my mom was saying about her, she's like, she couldn't even pass the bar exam. It's a pity she helped bring down Cisco. I love this song. The thong song, exactly, dude. The thong, dude, it's so crazy. And then, like, my mom is like, she doesn't deserve to be president. She doesn't have the qualifications. She couldn't pass the bar. It's like, Mom, she failed the bar once, dude. She passed it the second time. You could just Google this shit. What are we doing? And to see, like, sorry, but you can only be one race at a time. I don't know about that, man. Some people would call me Jewish. Some people would call me, like, Scottish or Irish. Some people might call me American, dude. Like, you know, you can have a bunch of different makeups in you. We're all mutts at this point. Or she fucked her way to the top. I did hear that. She fucked her way to the top. That was so disgusting, dude. Just because a woman had sex with someone, obviously she fucked her way to the top. What are you talking about, dude? What the fuck? Nah, that's some bullshit.
Now, the last administration, did they ever put anyone in Trump's administration, or this previous administration, have they put anyone into jail simply for being associated with Trump's administration?
There's a lot of fucking exactly, dude. I mean, are you gonna say the same thing to your wife? Did your wife only fuck you so she could get to the top of your household? No. Why would you ever say such a terrible thing about the woman in your life? Like, dude, sexism. Trump famously passed the bar his first try. I heard he all got all the even extra credit. Yeah, dude. And the guy that gave him the test got down on his knees and sucked his dick afterwards because he's never seen someone answer the test in like 5 minutes. Like, you've never seen the bar done so quickly. Did you guys know that Trump is in peak physical health? Like, the man has Arnold Schwarzenegger's body, but his body only looks so flabby because this way it's approachable. Because he's, you know, he's got humility even in his fat cells that he has zero of. He's got 0% body fat.
No.
Yes, Steve Bannon, at least. There are multiple people that
Just for being, Steve Bannon was being investigated on.
Many of the people in Trump's DOJ passed the bar first time, though in fairness, that was by lowering it to the floor and treading over it. Then he saved 300 people from drug 18 holes in one, exactly, dude. And bowled 300, exactly, dude. He also hit Challenger, rank 1 in League of Legends. And so did Elon Musk. Elon Musk hit like the highest rank in Path of Exiles. You know, these guys are like, they do no wrong. That's some good shrooms. We need to remember that per Trump's own words, as humble as he is, and nobody understands humility. Exactly, dude. No one can get there, dude. He alone is like. There's a song from Popstar called like what's it called? I just want to make sure that I'm not wrong here. Popstar. And he doesn't pee or poop the interview. And he has a gas album dropping with exactly, dude. I know he legit said that. Yeah, no, I know. Yeah. I think it's called Humble or So Humble. What's the song called? I'm so humble. He alone can fix it. Exactly. These are actual quotes, by the way, from him. This movie that came out in 2016, I'm So Humble, is like Donald Trump talking about himself all the time. I'm not gonna watch it because it's tied to a movie. But holy fuck, if you ever get bored and you just want to giggle, just go listen to I'm So Humble, dude. It came out the same year Donald Trump was running for office. Holy fuck. Stop. Oh my god. Let's read an unhinged comment. They got him for saying things I believe that I say. The only reason why it wasn't me was because I'm not influential. They want me to suffer the same fate. They want you to suffer. They don't want you to suffer that fate. Excuse me, the radical left. And you have how big? Yeah, dude, he's got the biggest dick. Well, the radical left are no fans of me, okay? I'm pretty sure if you pro-Palestine people want to take me out, I'm pretty sure people that are like super hardcore into like the super far ends of the trans movement want to take me out because I like trans women, you know. I've been called sexist, misogynist, Nazi my entire life because I'm not willing to say video games make you sexist. So these people want me dead too, bro. What do you mean? Luckily, just people don't know much about me, you know. And if they want to shoot me, I can't stop them, bro. I'm not gonna go buy a gun and shoot them first. That's stupid. You're supporting all their arguments. Then when it's inconvenient, you are saying you stand against them. You are them as much as I am Charlie. What a stupid comment. Okay. How long? These people are brain broken, dude. What are you supposed to do? I truly believe that people of the left, Democrats, are evil and they want to kill all Republicans. There's nothing you can do. These people, there's no saving these people. Jesus Christ.
Completely unrelated things. It had to do with defrauding some charity thing or whatever they were running.
No, he was put in jail for refusing to speak to Congress.
I mean, if Congress issues you a subpoena, you can be held in contempt for not following a subpoena. But I mean, that's
So the guy refused to speak to Congress and he got put in jail for contempt of court. Like, you've been issued a subpoena, you have to go there. If you want to plead the fifth, you can, but then you're just going to go to jail. Like, what are we talking about? You have much less chance online. Even reasonable people can often You have much less chance online. Even reasonable people often act like twats when it's text only. That's true. I say this all the time. I don't know if I've said it in a Ren video. I think that an individual is smart. Like, if me and one person got down and had a conversation about these things, I'm pretty sure that we can come to, like, a common ground. We can agree that, like, too easy to assume everything about the person you're talking to because you can't see their face, emotions, or anything else. Exactly. If one person had a one-on-one and you talked about some of the things that happened on January 6th, you can probably get them to admit that a lot of the stuff that happened there was wrong, morally reprehensible, and they would probably agree. Like, a cop literally died. Now, maybe he died from the beatings he received. Maybe he died, it was deemed a perfectly healthy death due to natural causes via stroke, but he was also pepper sprayed in the face and then sent to a hospital and then died in a hospital. So, like, we don't know if, like, the beatings or any of that exacerbated former medical additions, whatever, pre-existing conditions. Who knows, man? But, like, you can have a conversation about that, and you're gonna get people to say, yeah, but they shouldn't attack that cop. That was not cool. But as soon as you put those people with, like, 5 other people and you make a mob out of it, they're not listening anymore. They're gonna put up defenses and they're gonna shout and point the finger and yell at you. And that's the same regardless of political ideology. People are intelligent when they're alone and there's no one else to judge them, and you can have, well, they did deem it natural causes. I'm not saying he died of natural causes, but the autopsy report did say it was natural causes. He died of stroke, but we don't know if the stuff induced that stroke. Like, this is why I said violence, even against, like if your girlfriend hits you, you should probably get out of that relationship, just because, like, it doesn't matter what the intent is. People can do serious harm to one another by accident. Well, like, we have crimes for this, like crimeful, like negligence or manslaughter or any of these things. Like, they exist for a reason. People kill each other all the time by accident. Herd mentality, survival instincts, it's a hell of a drug. Exactly, dude. Holy fuck. It's such a bummer, though. Because, like, if you can really walk people through things if you have, like, a deep, honest conversation about things, and you're willing to bite bullets and, like, admit your faults and admit their faults and work together, like, and find common ground. And, like, the worst thing is if, like, let's say you came to me for advice about how to improve your life, brother, I'm going to probably come off a little Republican when I talk to you. I'm not going to tell you that you need to, like, wait for the system or wait for someone to save you. I'm never going to say those things. I'll be the guy that's like, dude, you have to get up on your own 2 feet. You got to fucking start doing things. You can't sit here and wait for the world to rescue you. It's not going to happen. It just isn't. Oh, what the fuck? I just realized, can we hit this transform fit to screen? Will that work? Oh, so I just didn't have it. Oh, never mind. Okay. Check died of low blood pressure. Charlie, yeah. Oh, that's a bad one, bro. Mr. Kirk, you died of blood loss, not of a bullet. What are you talking about? Jesus Christ. You both need to fight for yourself and take control of your life and fight for the fairer, less rigid system that helps you. Yes. So if I'm talking to a group of people, I'm definitely going to talk about systems and policies and procedures. But if I'm talking one-on-one with a person, dude, I'm going to tell people, go buy a gun. Be ready to defend your home. The police are a wonderful thing when they work well, but the police are here to solve things after an issue has happened. If you tell me, hey, man, I want to lose weight, yeah, just because I had to struggle doesn't mean I want other. Exactly, dude. Yes. So, like, when I have a one-on-one conversation, I sound a little Republican. But when I'm talking about a group of people, I sound like I'm a Democrat, because now we're talking about a network of people that we can help. And, you know, now we're talking about systems that we can actually do to lift up groups of people. But when you're talking to an individual, at the end of the day, no one's going to love you as much as you typically love yourself. No one's going to come rescue you. They might, but those situations are rare. You have to start the rescuing process on your own. And, you know, this is why we always tell people, in order to find love, you have to love yourself. They're like, these are like true statements. Now, I struggle with leader pulling up mother. Exactly, dude. Exactly. Ah. But yeah, like Steve Bannon here,
But it was
he did not go to jail because he was friends with Trump. Sorry, your friend's boiler died. Apparently, I'm grown up. She's 19 and a bit at sea. Laters. Hey, be safe. We're gonna miss you, Clara. Clara. I gotta say that correctly, dude. Like, I feel so bad because, like, I have people from, like, the UK that watch, and some of their names are, like, harder for me to say because I'm a dipshit American that doesn't know what books are. So, like, I always feel bad when I mispronounce names. And, man, dude, look, I play a lot of, like, Dynasty Warriors. I fucking love Dynasty Warriors. My buddy, Unbearable, who pops in the chat sometimes, he's also, like, the guy who's been the biggest supporter of my channel for the longest time. He's the one that's pushed me to make more and more content for years. I hope you fix the boiler, no pressure. What was I saying? Fuck, man. My brain doesn't work. But, oh no, my brain doesn't. Oh, well, fuck it. What must not have been that important.
For refusing to speak to Congress.
I mean, if Congress issues you a subpoena, you can be held in contempt for not following a subpoena. But I mean, but it wasn't just for associating with Trump.
Is there anything else he was being investigated for?
He literally was convicted for defrauding a charity organization. That was one of the things that Trump pardoned him for.
That's not.
How do you not know the facts of the shit that you're trying to bring up in a debate? Go read this shit. He's going to say that you can't trust the fact that he was found guilty of those things because the people that found guilty did a sham trial. Again, we're back to all roads lead to Rome. What the fuck is going on? How the fuck are we supposed to have these conversations, dude? They exist in a different world of facts. And, like, no amount of evidence, no amount of information you give them, you can, like, literally walk them to, like, unless Donald Trump comes out and says, I am Hitler. I think the fact they don't know the facts is why they have certain views. Exactly. Like, unless Donald, like, bro, so, like, why are we at the point where we can't, like, look at people and, like, surmise information based off of what they're saying? Like, the fact that someone like Hassan Piker comes out and says there's no evidence of rapes happening, and then he'll be like, it's all circumstantial evidence. You understand that, like, a rape kit is circumstantial evidence, right? Eyewitness testimony is circumstantial evidence. So are you saying unless you witness someone getting raped, it never happened, so we don't believe all women anymore? Like, what are we talking about? Unless, like, Donald Trump comes out and says, I need you to storm the Capitol and kill Mike Pence, we can't go off of his divisive rhetoric leading up to that. We can't surmise based off of point A to point B. The fact that he tried to call the election at 12 o'clock the night of the election, the fact that he put up like 42 fraudulent fucking cases, and then cost, like, Fox News like almost $1 billion in defamation cases, which was like the biggest defamation case up until Alex Jones for Sandy Hook. And I'm like, hold on, what are we talking about? The fact that we know that he did the electors plot, the fact that people were literally elected, or I mean not elected, but literally put in jail for the crimes of what they're doing, the fact that we saw Dominic Pazul break the fucking first window with a riot shield that he took from a cop that he beat the fuck out of while storming the Capitol, the fact that the Proud Boys put pipe bombs everywhere, the fact that, like, we have video evidence of the break-in, the fact that they tore down barriers to get where they were, the fact that they entered an area that they weren't supposed to be in, the fact that they had, like, numerous people were, like, charged with sedition of conspiracy to overthrow the government and treason, like, These things happened. You can go read the court cases. You can read the testimonies. Like, why is it that we need people now to come out and just say the evil shit out loud? This is how I know all mafia bosses are innocent. They say stuff like, take care of the problem. Only an idiot could possibly interpret that as them killing someone. Exactly, dude. Like, what dimension are we in where, like, people lost the ability to have critical thinking? Of course, Donald Trump is not going to come out and say that shit. Not even just video evidence, but entire reconstructions of event timelines due to them all uploading shit. Yes, there were people like storming the gate on webcam with GoPros saying we're taking back our country. We heard people chanting, hang Mike Pence. And they all showed up there under Donald Trump's fucking, like, address. He told them to come here. He told them to fight like hell. And people are like, well, everyone says stuff like that. It's just political jargon. Like, yeah, but then typically they don't end up storming the Capitol with 50,000 people where one woman got shot and 3 other people got their ass beat so bad they died within a couple days of the incident. What are you talking about, man? These are real things that happened. There's evidence of these things. And then like 80% of Republicans still believe that the 2020 election was stolen, dude. How are we supposed to address people that don't fucking deal in facts, that deal in feelings? And then the same people that use stupid lines like facts don't give a fuck about your feelings, liberal tears. Like, how the fuck are we supposed to do this? How are we supposed to go against a movement of people that say liberals, socialists, and fucking communists are all the same thing? That don't understand anything about the political fucking Overton window. Like, what are you supposed to do? You're supposed to put your head in the sand while they keep fucking killing people? And there's no cure. They're so fucking dumb. Jesus Christ. Reality bites forth.
All right.
You can look it up. The indictments and the convictions are all public filings.
Was anyone during the previous administration was anyone denied due process for being associated with Trump?
Not that I'm aware of, no.
So how many people in the January 6th were put into prison? And
I think it was around 1,600 were pardoned by Trump. I don't know how many of those were in prison.
oh, they were in prison for how many years, guys? Was it like 2 or 3?
Doesn't mean you were denied due process. None of those people were denied due process, though.
There were.
You're not denied due process just because you go to fucking prison, you absolute troglodyte. What the fuck? What I love is a lot of these people, if you list the policies of the US or UK from the 60s and 70s, but don't say where those politics are from, they will outright any country that does it. It's got, same even for some stuff from the, yeah, exactly, dude. And then on top of that, be like, well, what's America? We don't want no socialism. It's like, dude, we already have socialism. Trust me, bro. Exactly, dude. Like, we don't want no socialism. You're like, oh, okay, hold on. You understand that, like, we already have elements of socialism in our country. We have Social Security. We have Medicaid. We have food stamps. We have unemployment. These are light forms of socialism that already exist in our country. And there's nothing wrong with those things. And we should expand on those things because we should take care of the people that build the country. I get tired of hearing about the billionaires, the donor class. But, like, you have a small minority of people. How far right do you need to be to think Reagan's center-right policies are commie? Exactly. Exactly, dude. We have socialized farming. Exactly, dude. Yeah, dude, the majority of our farms are built up and propped up by the government, and then they use that to sell, like, stuff to, yeah. Yeah, dude, they're subsidized, 100%. Like, we have so many elements of our society that already have light forms of socialism. And expanding on those things should be okay. I'm not saying we need to go war with billionaires. I believe that the investor class deserves to have some kind of payback for their investments. But we need to be careful because we are seeing a massive disparity between those on the top and those on the bottom. I'm not talking about the middle class. Fuck the middle class. The middle class will have so many amenities and so many things granted to them and have so many things. Like they have a house, 4 cars, and a fucking RV. and they'll complain about how expensive their phone bill is. It's like, fuck you. There are people out here that literally cannot live without food stamps, and you sacks of shit are complaining about paying what your payment is on your 5th car. I know so many people in the middle class that own like 3 homes. Like, you don't get to tell me about how hard it is to be you. Like, whoa, what's going on, buddy? Thank you for the subscription, King Jong-hun. Kong Jong-hun. Look, dude, I apologize. I was saying these wrong. Like I said, I can't even play Dynasty Warriors. My buddy Oh, that's what I was saying. My buddy Unbearable literally rips me apart. I think we should increase taxes on corporations and wealthy, as of right now, corporations are underpaying employees, forcing them to rely on food stamps, and middle class pays for it. I agree. I'm not necessarily against raising the corporate tax level. Matter of fact, especially since Trump just lowered it, I think that we do need to, probably have, what is it, like 27 or 32%, whatever the fuck it is. We should have something around that area. And maybe we should have like a gradual tax level that those on the bottom rung don't really have to get fucked over so hard while doing, like, dude, when I'm telling you, like, I used to live off of $30,000 a year, and my paychecks every 2 weeks were $600. And I was during Obama's time, and I could afford things still. I could buy new consoles. That's when I started putting things into League of Legends and stuff. Back when my rent was like $400 a month. Ironically, when Americans when we had much, yeah, dude, yeah. Oh, and also some of that was tied to wartime. We taxed heavier because we were at total war and stuff like that. But we also saw the biggest economic growths in our economy. We also saw the biggest what was it? It was in the 20s, right? No, the 20s are when we were like starting our isolationist arc.
Severely denied due process.
They weren't. Not a single one.
Not a single one was denied due process.
Nope.
How long?
An authoritarian government is really just when any small group gets too much concentrated power. If a government is too big, authoritarianism government that's too weak with a tiny percent of people. Exactly, dude. Exactly. Owning most of the wealth. Well, not now. They could just direct someone to the government. Yeah, dude. Like, holy fuck, bro. Like, I don't. That's crazy. There's like, I don't know what we do. I'm at a loss for words now. Like, within the if I were the fact that this guy doesn't know any of the facts and he's confident enough to go against Destiny boggles my mind. Like, I saw a clip on TikTok. I don't know if I'm gonna react to it. It's like a 3-hour debate. It's a long time. It might be something for tomorrow. But I saw a clip. It was a John Wick, or not John Wick. So I do like Mr. Wick. Mr. Wick, Wick TV, Soy Boy, or the Soy Pill, Dev, and then another person who I don't know, and a lawyer, debating on who's at fault for the political violence. And I saw Destiny say something that I disagree with a lot. I would be afraid to debate Destiny on those things, but I still might watch it and give my opinion to give pushback to one of the great kings of the West. That's what I call them. There's like 5 of them. I call that to Connor from Counterpoints. Wick is one of the great kings of the West. I say it to Destiny here, and then I fuck with Hutch a lot, but sometimes he's so dry sometimes. Doesn't have that personality, doesn't have that explosiveness. We could smoke on a plane, we didn't care about seatbelts and anti-lock brakes or airbags. Exactly, dude. I miss those days, bro. When I first got into truck driving in Missouri, they still had the ability to smoke indoors. It was such a weird thing because I'm from California. Like, there's a smoking section, but the whole building smelled like ass, and I'm like, this is kind of cool, man. I kind of fuck with this. I don't know what it is, but I love smoke, bro. Like, my favorite thing to do is hotbox my van. If I go out to my van right now, I bet you it still smells like happiness.
What's a fair time period for due process?
What part of the process?
Any of it.
Both sides do violence, however the FBI says that's heavier. Yeah. Yeah, but they're not gonna. They're never gonna admit that. You need the power split between the government, multiple parties, multiple factions in the parties. unions, the military, and the people, the judiciary, and the media, and the government exact balance. Well, we had right in a lot of countries for decades, so we have done it before. Exactly, dude. And on top of that, like, that's why our founders believed in separating the powers. That's why we didn't have kings. We, like, the president, again, is not supposed to, like unilaterally decide what happens in our country. It's supposed to be through Congress. But this president just does nothing but EOs, and he does things by decree, and all of these MAGA toids eat it up, man. They don't care. They just don't care. There's no way he debates
it really
all five of them.
depends. If you're arrested, I believe in most states you have within 72 hours to be arraigned or formally read charges.
Out of multiple years, how many of 1,600 or 1,500 actually got to go through trial?
But I think the vast majority, like 98% of them or something.
Is there? I don't think so.
How do you not know how the facts? Why are you relying on your debate partners to answer these questions for you? You're up here, man. You should know these things. If this is your point, you should have researched it before you came on the stage. What the fuck are we doing? You just coming out here fucking freeballing it? Like, if I actually ever get into an actual debate with someone, bro, I'm going to ask for a week's worth of prep time. And then my debate, like, I'll be on stream the entire time. No music, no video games, no other debates. I'm just going to be going down fucking facts. I'm going to be filling out sheets of paper. And then I'm going to have, like, pseudo arguments with the goddamn AI to see what I can fucking point out. Then when I get into that debate and all they do is use rhetoric bullshit like this to, like, dance around any fucking, like, facts, I'm going to lose my goddamn mind. Like, dude.
There were very few that were.
I've had Tim pull other people bring up names before. If you look up any of the names, the ones that were delayed the longest were usually people that were asking for more time to prepare their cases. And then they came out afterwards saying that they were denied due process, but that's just not the reality.
All right, if you say so. But there are zero examples of any of that having had happen so far in this.
Facts are essential. Otherwise, it's just two people angrily jerking each other off. I would want debates where I have loads of videos on, etc. on call. Exactly. Why would you not bring the weapons? Preliminary debate champ. Yeah, dude. What? You're a debate champion? Oh God, Lou! I told you, man. Lou's a genius. Motherfucker speaks like 5 languages. Motherfucker's a debate champ. Come on, bro. Twas. Oh, fucking facts, dude.
This administration.
Now I feel like I'm robbing you, Lou. Like, I don't, like, bro. I don't feel like I can hold up. I can't hold up anymore, bro. Like, come on, bro.
Though there are recommendations for investigation, it isn't, we're arresting.
Lou, one of these days, master debater. Oh my God, dude. My master debate skills are the best. Not really, dude. I'm even lazy at that. Lou, one of these days, me and you need to jump into a fucking call, and you just need to fucking you debate coach me. No, I don't know shit. No, I don't. You need to coach me, Lou. Probably stay on point, dude. You'll be my debate coach. Dude, I'm trying to get in with Wix so I can actually get on one of these panels, because I feel like it'd be really fun. But it has to be a panel I know anything about. Like, I don't know, dude. Like, every once in a while I'll see one, I'm like, fuck, I could get in on that. Then I'll message him like, hey man, do you still have a spot open? And then he'll be like, who the fuck are you? No, he's actually like to hand a lot of my shit. Yeah, years of brain rot, dude. See, my problem is I'm going to go into a debate setting and I'm going to be like, he'll be like, in 1942, and I'll be like, did you know Kha'Zix's Q damage is like increased by 140% if you're isolated? I mean, what the fuck? I'm like, sorry, dude, League of Legends has rotted my brain. Did you know Garen's spin, his E, actually has isolation damage if you're the only one being hit by it? You're like, what the fuck? This has nothing to do with the debate. I'm like, sorry, I have played like 800 matches of Garen. I don't know.
We're going to give you a mugshot, and then we're going to run an investigation while you're sitting in prison. There appears to be due process going through all of these processes.
Due process is not the only way that you can be corrupt when it comes to the weaponization of the DOJ. So, for instance, I don't know if you're familiar with any of the thing that was going on with Eric Adams in New York, but
Eric Adams. I used to know Robert Rule's order pretty damn well. Damn, dude. What the fuck? Oh, that's crazy. Bro, that's crazy. I forget what I'm saying mid-sentence sometimes. Like, I feel like a debate with me is gonna... I would have to go against one of these unhinged fucks that don't know anything. I feel like that's the only way I'm gonna get anything. I still want to try my hand at it, because I have fun, dude. I love debate. I watch... Dude, when I'm not doing music reacts here on YouTube with you guys, I'm watching debates. Or, well, now I'm with my girlfriend, but, like, after I'd finish a video, I'd be watching a debate while playing War Tales or League of Legends. That's all I do. I love debates. Like, I love the back and forth and the frothing at the mouth and the unhinged shit. I think debates are one of the greatest things that we can ever do. I love the battle of the marketplace of ideas, but it breaks my heart to see it so fucking destroyed. Exactly, dude.
Federal government had a case against him. They brought to him a deal basically saying, we'll drop all the charges just until the election, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, with the idea being that he would play ball with them until the election was over in New York City for mayor. That's an insanely corrupt thing to do. Multiple prosecutors resigned over it.
Like, they're doing it out in the open and no one cares. Like, I bet you this guy's going to run defense for it. I know he's going to. Dude, it's so cool in here tonight. Holy shit, I don't even have a fan going. I just got this window open and it's blowing all over me. Bring it to me. Nothing but weak sauce all the fucking time. I know, dude. Fuck, it's the worst.
Okay. So, whose prosecutors were they?
Southern District of New York prosecutors.
All right. So, are those guys friends with Trump directly? Because I don't know of any district in New York that's been.
All right. Destiny. I'm only doing this because I can't just be your dick suck. Okay, I can't do it. This guy's perfect line of attack would be like, hold on. Didn't the New York prosecutors go after Trump and then he said they weren't directly related to Biden? So why is it that when the New York prosecutors are doing stuff against Eric Adams, that it's directly related to Trump? I mean, that would be a way that you could respond to that. That I don't think dipshit here has managed to suss out yet. And also, fuck this title. It says Destiny versus 5 MAGA debaters in a live showdown. None of the other ones are talking, so it's literally one-on-one. What the fuck is this? Maybe this is going to be on someone else's channel, like Peter Boghossian's or something. I don't know. I didn't recognize the voice on who started it, but Destiny lied to me in these comments, or with his title, or actually August did. I think he's the one who runs the YouTube channel.
Been friendly to Trump.
It's not, well, if it's a federal appointed thing.
Who appointed them?
It's not relevant.
It's incredibly
It's
relevant.
not. Prosecutors aren't cycled out every administration like your cabinet might be.
Yeah, so
but the idea that Donald Trump would
so
send...
then it is significantly.
And there are 4 of them, exactly, dude. Yeah. Yeah, dude. What the fuck? Unless he's counting himself as the other Republican.
Relevant who appointed them.
Donald Trump sending his Department of Justice to a person to say, hey, we're going to go ahead and suspend charges against you just until your election is over.
Okay, but so does that not track? Now, I already know the counter argument about what I'm about to put out there, but doesn't that track that, like, when it happened to Trump himself while Biden was in office, wasn't Biden responsible then? You can't use that argument without, like, to retort. I mean, he's going to say that, like, Donald Trump went on national TV along with Holman and, like, said, yeah, we're going to put the screws to this guy to see if he can play ball. So, like, obviously Donald Trump was included. But any fucking MAGA guy that is paying attention to the argument can use that against you unless you're willing to, like, quantify that ahead of time.
You don't see any problem with that? That gives the administration basically the ability to control that person, that mayor of a city?
I'm not entirely familiar with this one.
Okay. All right. Does it bother you that Trump is ready?
Why do they never know any of the facts of the evil shit that they do? I almost watched this yesterday. Yeah, dude, I saw it this morning. I was contemplating watching the 3-hour debate, and I saw this one, so I was like, oh, 5 guys. Because, like, dude, Destiny had a debate against 10 people. right after Corey got shot at Trump's rally during the assassination attempt on Trump. And that is my favorite debate of all time. Watching Destiny go unhinged on Lauren Souther, Clint Russell, and there were a handful of others that were in there. Byron Gaines even popped in. It was fucking amazing. I finally got to see the infamous Nebraska Steve return. And, brother, 10 out of 10. I watch it at least once a month. It's like a 3-hour debate. Don't even care. I go watch it. It's fucking fire.
Writing executive orders targeting law firms just because they happen to work with Hillary Clinton or Mueller in the past?
I know there has been multiple law firms attacked and taken out of business because they had a say.
I would approach a debate like this by defining traits that authoritarian governments or a slide from democracy to authoritarianism have historically. To be fair, our boy Destiny also did the same thing for January 6th. He uses like the historical record to indicate that January 6th was actually an insurrection. If they make a point that it's something that was also done by Democrats, fine, not going to argue. Exactly. Like, that's one of the things I do now when I get into conversations. When someone makes a claim about BLM, I'm like, called it out, don't care. So what's going on? Well, like, let's get back to the point. Like, Kyle Rittenhouse called it out, don't care. Trans issues called it out, don't care. What are we talking about? Let's get back to the point. Why are we deflecting? Why are we going to a different argument right now? Unless you're going to ground out it in examples, but then you're still barking up the wrong tree, because I guarantee you, I've been consistent on these issues and you haven't. Well, not you guys, but like the person I'm arguing with hasn't been. Like, I called out cancel culture when the left did it. I called out cancel culture when the right does it. It doesn't matter. If they are anti-authoritarian, they would need to argue against both. Not, yeah, but your side too. Exactly. Okay, well, I'm not taking a side other than anti-authoritarian. Exactly, dude. You know what I mean? Like, you have to make it to where if they're gonna fucking make an argument about, well, your side did it first or this or that, that's not what I'm arguing for. You know what I mean? Yes. Exactly, dude.
Association with Trump.
Have the
Out of business.
in the past?
I know there has been multiple law firms attacked and taken out of business because they had an association with Trump.
Have the people designing to buy your service is different than the president writing an executive order to target the law firm and go after you, though, no?
Yep.
Go after them how?
Well, he's rescinded a lot of security clearances, so these people aren't able to do any work related to like government people anymore.
Okay.
It's also not a normal thing to do.
Well, it should be a normal thing to do.
It shouldn't.
Why would it be a normal thing to do that? Because someone tried to sue you for like whatever reason, or like you know, like persecute you or go after you for breaking the law. That like when you become president, that you go after their ability to like do their job. What? That's called vindictive. Like, that should be a quality that we don't want for a president. We don't want a president that's petty, that's like trying to like tear down those that, you know, came after him. That's not the way our country is supposed to work. It's just not the way it's supposed to go. Like, it's childish.
Shouldn't be a normal thing that you
It should-
rescind a security clearance just because you don't like somebody.
It should be a normal thing for the executive. It should be a normal thing for the executive branch to be able to rescind security
You're right,
clearance.
facts.
I'm wondering what you guys think. Should I, instead of like strictly cutting off, should I let the person who's mid-sentence finish the sentence?
Yeah, there's no reason not to. It's
The
not like we're fighting
vindictiveness
time
is
or
the feature, exactly.
Then that's what I'll do from now on. So
Okay.
pardon my if I cut you guys off mid-sentence. But that was an excellent round. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
I wouldn't say it was excellent. We got nothing, nowhere, got nothing done. We just showed how ridiculous this guy's like line of thinking. Drama would have, if he wasn't President Trump, wouldn't have exactly, dude. I still like that this man was respectful, despite his kind of better than you aura.
Okay. So I just wanted to understand. You say you don't like that President Trump can sue people because he's the president, and
Hmm. Hmm. All right. So we reacted to this young lady's. We reacted to this young lady one time. I think we're far enough in the video that I shouldn't get copyrighted. I hope. But just in case, I'm recording this thing while we're doing this, so if necessary, I'll still be able to pull the videos now that I've armed the record to go along with the stream. This lady is named Casey Chambers, Ain't No Little Girl official video. I did one of her videos already. She did the Eminem song. Someone in the comments said this video was really good, so take a look at it. I've had multiple disagreements with people where they have known hardly anything about topics. I engaged because I knew something about it. Several have responded with words to the effect of "this isn't fair" because I don't know things about them. Exactly, dude. That's what. And why the hell are you taking this? Right, dude. I wish like people would quantify things a little bit more based off of their level of knowledge. I will end the political talk now. Oh, don't worry. If you guys are willing to, we can jump into another one. You know, I love the political shit, dude. But maybe like a political video, music. Political video, music. This way we don't get down in the dumps by the end of the video, you know, like stream. I mean, it ain't gonna affect me, dude. I love it. And then I left my country, so once my video ends and my baby gets home, we just cuddle, bro. Like there ain't nothing else there. This is the internet. Everyone has strong opinions on things they don't know about. I won't over the music. Exactly, dude. All right. So today we're gonna be reacting to Casey Chambers. She did the Eminem, what is it, the 8 Mile song? Well, I can't remember what it's called, dude. No, it's not Lose Yourself. I don't remember what song it is. But she did that dope ass cover. Everyone told me I had to react to this one, and I felt bad because I did that like 3 weeks ago or like 4 weeks ago, and I haven't done another one of her videos. I have a list here of at least, I'm gonna try and do 1 or 2 songs a day. I have one in here, Token, Not Supposed to Be Here. Sleep Token, The Summoning, Casey Chambers, this one. Remain, Axia, Turn the Lights Down, and Rin, Illest of Our Time. And then Broken by the Scream, we have this song right here, which Mr. Ty here, or is it Tay? I apologize if I say it incorrectly. So we're gonna do 2 today, and then we're gonna do one of these videos towards the end of the stream each day. Now we're getting into one a little early just because we need a palate cleanser, because that guy broke my heart. I was hoping we'd have something better than that. And then the fact that that video is just kind of like, I don't even know why Destiny titled it that way. Whatever, that was disingenuous. I feel like that was a wet blanket. But let's get this song done real quick, and then we'll probably do another political thing or something, or watch something funny or something, and then we'll tackle the Broken song. All right.
Like a child, you've made up your mind.
Dawn of Rhyme. What's up, dude? What's going on, baby? How you doing?
You make it look easy to leave me behind. Your cross and a breast, and your cool.
I will return briefly. Need stacks. Hey, man, be safe to your journey to snacks. Snacks are God's greatest gift.
And a line. You hold out your heart, your hand, and change the plan and call yourself a man.
All right, man. This lady's got some good vocals, bro. She's got a very powerful fucking voice, dude. It's kind of crazy. Also, like, men need to learn a few things in life. And look, I'm not trying to become like some super feminist out here. That's not the goal. And I gotta be careful not to soy up too much while I'm in Canada because I apologize. It's a little more sensitive out here. But man, I just know so many men that have treated their lovers and wives and girlfriends like total shit. I don't get it. Like, these are the people that you're supposed to love. And I get it, dude. Women have done terrible shit in relationships too. You're talking to a guy who's been cheated on by every girlfriend I've ever had. You know what I mean? It's like, it doesn't just stop at men. But something that men have the power to do is we can work on ourselves, man. Like, it's never about being like the good guy constantly. You don't have to be like, how do I say this? You don't have to be like, it's not like a bro moment to like want to work on the issues you have. And like, you want to work on the issues that you have because it's better overall for your life and for those in your life. You would hope that your loved ones, be them your children, your wife, whatever, your friends, they would work on their issues too. We got to stop pointing the finger about other people. Like again, it falls into the same mindset that MAGA has. We got to stop pointing the finger about, well, they did this, so I'm going to do this. A woman broke my heart here, so I get to do this. Not how it works. There are reasons why people cheat. There are reasons why people are unfaithful. There are reasons why things go wrong in people's lives. We need to start taking stock of our lives and be responsible in them. When we see men that are sharing like their girlfriend's nudes or, you know, posting stuff on the internet like that, we should call it out, man. When we see guys that are, you know, treating their wives like shit, especially if they're like in a gaming lobby with you and they're just yelling at their wife because they're asking them to spend time with their kids. It's like, bro, why don't you man the fuck up and go spend time with your child? What are you doing, man? Yes, you're entitled to your own free time, but you're a dad or you're a husband, or spend time with them, work on issues with them, listen to them. Even if you're the only one doing it, eventually the relationship will end, and then when you find another one, they'll value those things out of you. It's okay, man. Like, things aren't supposed to be forever. But men just get stuck in this fucking, like, this system where they treat the loved ones like shit. Like, I can't, it doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't. Like, if you love somebody, you should want to lift them up every opportunity you get. It's that simple, man. There's nothing else about it. You love them. You want them to succeed. You want them to be happy. Like, when couples fight, I don't understand what the intent is. You don't want to have a fight with your wife to where the goal is that you beat her in that fight, even if it's just an argument. Why? You want to date a loser? Do you want to date someone that you can bully? No. The goal of a fight is to understand one another, to see what your differences are and move past them. I don't want to date a loser, and I know the girlfriend I'm with doesn't want to date a fucking loser. So why do I want to beat them in like a combative way? Like, be it in the realm of like ideas or physicality. There's nothing there. Like, if someone's constantly losing, you're not going to be attracted to them. The reason why we have disagreements with those that we love is so that we can come to some form of understanding. And having grace in these situations mean everything. It doesn't make you somebody that's soft. It doesn't make you someone that's soy. It just makes you a good man. Unless you don't love yourself and struggle with empathy, then you need to make sure your partner loses so you can feel above them. Yeah, that's true. You know, but if that's the case, then again, that's why we say that you should learn to love yourself before you love other people. Because if you can't love yourself, how the fuck are you going to love someone else? Again, it falls back into the same logic that Jordan Peterson used to put in the world. Clean your goddamn room before you tell other people how to sort your life. You know what I mean? Like, fix your life. And your life involves you, you know? If you hate who you are, change it. Work on it. Fix that aspect first and then find someone to be your significant other. And if you find someone in the journey to fixing yourself that can fall in love with you despite your flaws and failures, then you found someone that's worth keeping and worth holding on to forever and worth fighting for. For people like they need not to be in relation. Exactly, dude. They're just not there yet. Relationships are a blessing. They're not a right. People aren't entitled. You're not entitled to other people. It's work. It's commitment. It's something beautiful. We shouldn't fucking undersell it for any reason. But men exist in this fucking red pill culture where I think it's okay to just leave a bitch, and you're like, bro, what are you doing? Stop. Just stop. And then the emotional damage they cause causes more women to make more songs about how evil men are, and then it just becomes a cycle. I have to get a basic minimum level before a relationship and improve more over time in a relationship if they want. Exactly, dude. That's just the way it works, you know? But people are like, they're just so blind, dude. It's everyone else's fault. It's the system. I got friend zoned. I got this. She doesn't value the things I say. Bro, come on. Come on, man. That's not to say women don't have things to work on. They have a lot of things to work on. Their level of emotional manipulation scares the fuck out of me. Like, dude. Or the way they can gaslight you to make you feel like you're getting crazy. Like, if you get slightly, like, a raised voice and they'll act like you're, like, about to beat them, you're like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm just getting excited. Like, you know what I mean? You're like, come on, bro. It goes both ways, obviously. But it doesn't matter with their faults. We have to work on our own. If for any other reason to make men better. That's simple. I want to see men thrive. And the best way they can do that is by being better versions of themselves.
But I ain't no little girl. No, I ain't no little girl.
Hell yeah.
I won't cry, I won't beg, I won't plead, I won't pray, I won't ask you to stay.
Honestly, that should be everyone's advice. It shouldn't even be just for women. Like, you should never beg a person to be in your life. If that person wants to be there, they'll be there. Yeah, she does. She has a stellar voice. She can hold them notes. Like, her ability to, like, play around, like, with it's almost like a mini yordle, but it's not. Like, I don't know the technical I need to start just researching these things so I don't sound like a fucking moron when I talk. But, like, her ability to, like, just play around and, like, raise and lower the octave while also maintaining the note is so impressive. And you got to give her credit for it. I'm 2 songs deep. One of them was live. This one's a music video, so this one's probably been cleaned up and post a bit. But it doesn't matter, dude. We heard her live, and she was just as powerful, dude.
We just walk on by and leave it alone.
That angel looks fucking creepy. We need to start applying that same logic, man. Stop begging for people to be in your life. Stop crying for those that aren't. Just find ways to be happy with who you are. And man, I said it before, I think in that Loren song, What Does Your Love Look Like? That when we start building ourselves up in ways that is beautiful, other people will notice, man. They'll show up. They'll pay attention. I mean, you guys are proof of that, dude. Like, man, I was in a dark place when I did High Ren. Really dark place, dog. And then hearing kindness and seeing genuine human apathy and empathy and just all of these other fucking things, it changed my perspective. That the people actually give a fuck. And it's not like this dark fucking world that's just constantly riddled with idiots, you know what I mean? We need to be happier with the things that we have, but we also need to be somewhat like present, I think is the word I'm looking for, in everything that we do. We need to be present in the way that we live our lives. By being present in the moment, it invites other people to enjoy that moment with us. Instead of being lost in our head, Started from the bottom and now exactly, bro. Exact. Dude, I already feel like I'm a successful YouTuber. I don't have the most subscribers. Hell, dude, I'm probably still one of the smaller Ben channels. Don't care. I'm having a blast. Haha, yeah. Even some idiots are nice people. Exactly. Actually, dude, like I said, I've worked in the industry, the automotive industry, for a long time. A majority of the people I've worked alongside, you know, are Republicans. They are the people that like watch Tucker Carlson and buy the bullshit, and are the ones that believe some of the most inane things that are coming into the media right now. But yet, they're still the same guys that'll take the shirt off your back. You know what I mean? They're still the same guys that when a customer's up in my face in the lobby because he signed a bill and that's exactly what his bill is later, and like he's like about to knock me the fuck out or try to. Keyword is try. Hopefully, I got them guns, son. They'll be right there in my corner, regardless of my political affiliation, regardless of my views on masculinity. Like, you know, these are the same guys that when they go out for lunch, they'd be like, "What you want, dog?" I'm be like, "Oh, I ain't got no money." He's like, "Did I ask what you fucking want? Like, how much money you had? I asked what you wanted for fucking lunch, bro." You know what I mean? These are the same guys that they care a great deal about their community in their own fucking way. They're just, you know, taking bad information. You know, people that aren't, you know, the highest on the totem pole usually are my favorite people. I like people on the bottom. I like people that their only problem in life is that they're broke. You know what I mean? Like, I can relate to that. At the end of the day, they find ways to be happy and smile through a bunch of bullshit. Granted, usually it's with marijuana and alcohol, but it's filled with good times and laughter. I fucking love it, dude. We just need to find ways to, like, make those guys not so bad in other areas. Anyone who's nice to their in-group can be nice to the out-group. If you can just undo something of that in-group and out-group thinking. Exactly, dude. Exactly. And it's through kindness and understanding that we can bridge so many beautiful gaps. Like, people want to be around other people. It's in the soul of us. We want to be around other people. And to do that, we have to be present. We have to be in the moment. We have to understand what we're doing, what we're saying, and who we're saying it and doing it with. Songs like this encapsulate that so far. Maybe she says some crazy, heinous shit halfway through it. I don't know.
You won't take me down easy.
Damn right, girl.
But I ain't made of stone.
Yeah.
Well, a lesson is learned. And a blessing is lost. Well, I ain't afraid to stand and give a damn and take it like a man.
Hell yeah, dude. That was powerful, man. I also like that she talked about lesson learned, lesson lost. Even maximum security prisoners would usually rather be around some unhinged murderers than exactly, dude. We're humans, man. We like to be around people, and to cut us off from people, isolation is so dangerous. I like what she said. Well, hold on, let me, so I don't misquote, because I do that all the time, because my brain is dumb.
Like a maid to stand and give a damn and take it like a man.
Dude, to give a damn and take it like a man. That's gangster. Because, like, when we talk about that stuff, like, if you really want to play around in some of the language that we use, man doesn't necessarily mean men. When we talk about mankind, there are some beautiful sentiments there that we all must hold on to. And the spirit of mankind, despite our flaws, I think is a beautiful one. Like, we can see in real time, after tragedies, typically we come together. Despite our differences, despite who we are in our own homes, that we can see one another as human. And when we do that, for a brief moment, we remember what our divine mission is: to foster in a healthy world for all of us to thrive. And the we fall short of that goal consistently and honestly all the time, every once in a while we get glimpses of what we could be if we set aside such ridiculous prejudices that we have, be it from birth, be it from programming, be it from our own inadequacies in our own life that lead to like hatred for others. We need more of that. Mankind can be a beautiful thing, but in order to do that, we have to be able to stand up for men, or not men, but man, human. And when a woman is willing to take it like a man, that means she's willing to wear the brunt of all of it. She's not going to use her gender as a scapegoat. She's not going to say, well, I'm a woman, so I can't do this or that. She's going to say, I'm human, put any trial before me, and I'll knock the fucking walls down. And if anyone gets in my way, mercy on their soul, baby. And she also said earlier in there that she wasn't made of stone, that she can crumble, and that she isn't impervious to failure. Like, all of these things matter and mean something. Like, she's not saying that she's better than anyone around her. She's saying that she's going to tackle these things head on, even if they're hard, even if they might break her. That's a beautiful sentiment that we can all get behind, regardless. Even if you don't like the music, even if you don't like her singing, even if you find something that you just don't like about her, that's still a beautiful message that we should all be standing behind, man. Handle it, girl. Get it.
But I ain't no little girl. I ain't no little girl. I won't cry, I won't beg, I won't plead,
I won't cry, I won't beg, I won't plead. If you're gonna walk, get to fucking walk, and there's the door. I've noticed the good singers and rappers admit they aren't the best and they have flaws, etc. Exactly. That's why I think I resonated so much with High Ren's first video, which is, well, with High Ren, sorry, not High, as if his name is High Ren. I like that he was playing the devil's advocate with himself, and he was giving some power and credence to the id, the inner voice, the monster within that he let out for Cujo Beatdown. You know what I mean? Like, I love that he had that out there. And when you see Cujo Beatdown, some people are like, I thought you were anti-violence. I am. Ultimately, I think the song is dangerous. And I don't even, given with what's been released on it, I think he is often high. Exactly, dude. But Cujo Beatdown is a cool song, but it's cool to see Ren let his id out. I said this a lot when I was talking about Chinchilla, and it made a few people mad. I lost a few subs over it. Some people that have been here since High Ren. But I mean, I gotta speak my mind when I see a thing. That's just the way it's gonna go, and I apologize. If you ask me to watch something, you don't like what I say, I apologize in advance. I'm following a rapper wannabe on YouTube. He brags about being a winner, but it's not. And he lost his shit when I asked why he doesn't rap about his struggles versus projecting success. Exactly, dude. Exactly. You gotta be willing to talk about your faults, man. You have to. It's what makes you human. Like, no one likes a character that always wins. And when you see someone like Ren who's willing to say, hey man, I have a dark side. That motherfucker can be dangerous. He can be scary. And that dark side was created at the dawn of time, because that dark side resides in every single one of us. Like, if you're not willing to have those conversations, what are you doing? You're just gonna come out and be like, I got money, I got bitches, what's up? I got a big dick. I can relate more to failures and striving versus success. Exactly, dude. And then people that just want success stories, they're not wanting to see the success story of the individual that's giving it. They just want to envision them with their life. Especially use that way to spread out approximately, spread out to flex unironically. Exactly, dude. Like, dude, I openly tell people here on YouTube that I'm probably a failure at YouTube. You know what I mean? I've been doing this 12 years. Someone, I'll just show you something real quick. And then I'll definitely get back to it. Oh, they don't know what actual success is, and they're imitating. Exactly, dude. Let me just show you this video real quick. It's not a video. It's just a small little comment that I got on one of these. I did a video calling out Hassan's orbiters while watching Hutch, and then also giving Hutch a hard time. This man dropped a hilarious comment. Imagine clout farming Hassan's name and you don't even get 70 views. Lol. It's like, alright, dude. You understand that I'm a small streamer. I'm glad I got 70 views. What are you talking about, dude? Most of my content that's not Ren gets like 30 to 40. I'm lucky if they hit 50, dog. So fuck yeah, I'm glad and how many did I get in the end? I'm at 106. Let's go, bro. 30 more, dude. Bring it, baby. What was my response to it? I don't remember. I was like, facts, a sad fate indeed. Even glad I got what I got. You got to start somewhere, and somewhere, and the bottom is a fair place to begin. Thanks for watching what you did. Safe travels, friend. It's getting crazy out there. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna sit here and fight with this guy that says, "Well, no, I'm successful because I got a paycheck on YouTube." Like, no, bro. I have so much work to do. I got to work on my setup. I got to work on my editing. I got to work on everything. There's so much to improve on. My fucking tangents, or they call them side quests around here because I'm a gamer. Oh, look, dude, this just hit my head. I don't know why it just did. But, I mean, I even say the same thing here. Like on YouTube, if people tell me I'm not watching anymore, it's like, okay, man, I apologize. I had a guy who's been subscribed for a long time. In one of my most recent videos, I was talking about with Ren that I don't really like to learn about the artist. Now, if someone wants to give me information about the artist, that's cool. But typically, I wouldn't do chapters and start, you know what I mean? I wouldn't do these things and learn about the artist's entire story. Suffice it to say, as fucked up as it is, I don't really usually care about an artist's story. Because their art, once they release it, to me, is for me to digest how it affects me as a person. And that's why their story can get in the way of those things. Now, I'm glad I dug into Ren, because Ren has a beautiful story that's worth telling. And you should be uplifted and spread throughout the world because it can make the world a better place. A kid that didn't give up hope despite no matter what odds he was against. It is a story of the human condition in its purest form. But I had a guy who's been watching since High Ren straight up say, I don't watch your content for you. I watch it for Ren. It's not about you. It's about him. I'm like, okay, man. Maybe we should part ways then. My channel is not about Ren. My channel is about a wide variety of things, and Ren is one of them. But it's not about Ren. And if you think my content is solely based on lifting up Ren, I'm sorry, dude. That's not ever what it's going to be about. It's more about what Ren does for us as in large. You know what I mean? What he does to lift up our lives and to make the world a better place. That's why usually when I thank Ren, I thank the renegades too. Because though they are a portion of Ren, the people that have impacted my life the most isn't Ren. It's renegades. It's you guys. Normally my take on bands and music groups is they make sound good. It turns out they are an ass and it can put me off. And if I love the group, I might mildly dig. Yeah. I don't like to looking at the artist because then I find out terrible shit that could ruin the music for me. You know, one of my favorite actors, Danny Masterson, is actually a subhuman piece of shit. If he's there for Ren, why would he not just be watching Ren XT? You know, well, he wants to see how Ren's music can be interpreted by other people, which makes sense, you know. But I'm never going to be a guy who's going to beg my audience to stay. Like, if you like what I'm doing, cool, you know. Let's have a good time. Let's have this conversation. I'm glad you're here. I value every single person that watches my videos. I know I run my mouth way too much. But, you know, I welcome you to come here. And if That's why I try to do no moderation on my comments. If someone wants to come in and be like, you fat fuck, why don't you shut the fuck up? I'd be like, hey man, thank you for watching. I'm so glad you stopped by. It means the world to me. Hope you have safe travels in your life, friend. That's the only way to do it. Like, I'm not gonna tell people I'm not fat, dude. I'm 400 something pounds. I'm fat as fuck, dog. But you don't beg people to stay, either it be in like your professional career or life or in love relationships. If you change for one, you might like the other. Exactly. I wonder why the very real and reasonable religion of Scientology didn't help Danny not be a cunt. Weird. Exactly. Yeah, and if I were to placate to one audience member, what negative effect could that have on the rest of my stuff? If I phone in a fucking reaction, people are going to know that. Like, this young lady here, if she were to come out here and just lip sync a video and not throw her fucking emotion into it and throw her soul into what she did, would she have the audience that she has? Probably not. If Ren came out and was just fucking putting on a fake show every time he put on a show, would people watch his content? No. Come on, man. People like the genuine authenticity, especially while we're moving closer and closer to things like AI. It's getting harder and harder to determine what's real and what's not, what really is a statement and what isn't. What happens when everything just becomes perfect and corporatized and all the lines are perfectly drawn, all the music's hit perfect notes, and there's nothing dirty, nothing messy, nothing human about what we're doing. Soon the only thing that is going to be human are the mistakes we make. And those mistakes are the things we're going to care more about. Hi all, Pixie. Lots of renegades actually love to hear the reactor stories and thoughts and feelings. At least I do. Exactly. And to the guy that left, much love, homie. Much love. Wish you the best. You know what I mean? I even saw a few people in the comments come in to defend me. That's the first time I've ever seen someone defend me before. That's crazy. That's crazy. Also, could you imagine if we applied the things she's saying where she won't bend, she won't break, all these beautiful sentiments where a woman with her willpower is going to show like the dominant human spirit? Could we apply that same logic to our fucking justice system? Oh my god, that would fix so many issues. That like no matter how much money you have, that you will still be held to the same laws and standards of those that are your oh yeah, the same standards that a poor man might suffer through. Quite a few years ago, I was thinking multiple times how weird it will be in 1,000 years people being able to directly watch the history of today. Now I think, oh, they won't have a clue which footage of today has actually happened. I've never heard and cared much about any celebrity story, but Ren is the exception. Is a real-life hero. Exactly, dude. Exactly. Sorry, no justice system reform, but we can do is not release the Epstein files. Exactly, dude. Exactly. I mean, the sounds from the car, the guitar is going as well. Exactly, dude. I love it when artists that are just like named artists, like, Casey Chambers. Obviously, she probably doesn't use the same guitarist every time. Maybe, I could totally be wrong. But it's cool that when like an artist who is just known as their name and they're only like, they're not like a whole band ensemble or whatever, will still let a guy, I thought reaction was stupid as fuck until Ren. Exactly, dude. let people like this gentleman have his moment. And dude, this guy's hitting it, bro. It's got a bluesy ass vibe, dude. It's hitting all the right ass notes. He's playing it very well. And let's not strut, dude. This man's putting a lot of soul into what he's doing. I thought, yeah, dude, the reaction video one. I have a hard time with reactions because half the time I feel like people phone it in. I used to watch them a few times. But it gets a little rough when like I see a reaction and there's no like version of the person within their reaction. 3-minute song, 5-minute video, and you're like, what am I doing? Why am I could just listen to the song. I liked him before, Ren. I understand that. Dude, come on, dude. I ain't a little girl. Like, I like that little rasp, dude. When she gets that in there, that shit sounds good. I call it blues voice. I don't know what the technical term is. Uncle Ray is a master of that shit. I used to be mild prejudiced against people who liked reaction videos. It just seems silly to me. Then I watched some music ones and realized there's a community, the joy of discovery of sharing something you love. So I fucked up that initially. Yeah, dude. Yeah. Look, I'm gonna be brutally honest with you, and if this ruins people's day, I am sorry in advance. I'm very good at saying something that pisses some form of people off. And yes, this lady is fucking fire. Well, I used to tell people all the time, I do, because like I blew up doing a reaction to a video on YouTube, but none of my League of Legends content outside of that was getting any traction. Where I'd be making like shows that I put a month worth of time into, learning a new character, going over the pros and cons of that character, and you know, how you can utilize what knowledge I've gained by my 1 month of playing a character. That video got like 50 views at its peak. So I spent a month learning a character, recording about 150 games, and I got 50 views. And then YouTube released a video called Thresh, A Night at the Inn, and then that video got, right now it's my highest viewed video, I think at like 20-something thousand views. I blew up. And then people told me to listen to Pentakill, and I did, and I really enjoyed what I did. But I realized that all of my League videos I would upload that weren't reactions got no views. So then I used to go around and tell people, I was like, I refuse to be a reaction channel. Like, the content that I pour my heart and soul into gets nothing. And then if I go do a reaction video, I get people to watch because they already have something they like. So when I started doing reactions again, I was very hesitant to do them because I don't think that a lot of effort goes into a reaction view. That's why I wanted to make the move to streaming, so like I'm just not making money. You know, what little ad revenue I do get, I'm not making money just off of stealing content from other people. Some of it could be me gaming, some of it could be me just talking with you and chilling, and then some of them are reactions. So at least there's some kind of cost on my side other than uploading a video of me watching someone else. So for me, I've always thought that like reaction content was like the lowest bar of creativity. Now I'm starting to realize about the community and the things that you foster through it and how those can be beautiful, much like you said initially. So I was in the same boat that you were. I kind of wrote off reactions. I thought people just wanted to go into echo chambers and watch stuff that they already liked, and most of them didn't care about the reactor or the stuff that the reactor is putting out. I mean, I still sometimes fall into that mindset, like when I go put a video out that's not Ren and it gets like 30 videos or views and I'm like, fuck. But we're gonna see if you hit the same. Exactly, dude. But I'm starting to like open my mind to like the reaction sphere in a positive way. That like we are like, it's so cool that like even if I can get one person to listen to this young lady for the first time, that's impressive. You know what I mean? Like, and even if she may never be thankful for it, it's still awesome. Like, there are genuine artists out there that are fun. What I love is seeing someone's first contact reaction to a group they didn't even know existed. Those first contact reactions, seeing how someone responds is what they think feels. Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. It's fucking awesome. And then you get to have fun while learning about a bunch of new stuff and like styles of music and genres of music, and you can go in different directions, and it can make you a better person by giving you a fuller palette of stuff to pull from. Plus, I discovered about half of my favorite music of all time from the past 2 points. Exactly, dude. That's what I'm saying. Like, I had to have a wake up moment. You know, like, I remember when I first started talking to my girlfriend, and I told her, I was like, I fucking hate doing music reacts, dude. I just feel like there's so much copyright, and there's so much, you know, like, there's so much back and forth, and there's copyright strikes, and it's just scary as fuck. Because I have 12 years of content that most of it's not even good, but it's like stuff that I put my heart and soul into, and to see it potentially go up in smoke because I'm reacting to a song, you know. So I try my hardest to keep things localized to smaller content creators that, you know, aren't going to go nuclear on my ass. But you know, a part of me does still fear that shit. You know what I mean? Like, especially when I have streams taken down because of. Even a Ren video got me in a little trouble. And not that Ren got me in trouble, and Ren would help me get out of trouble if it happened, but where his content ID is held, Nuke streams, and it can turn streams off, and it's terrifying. But I do love doing music reacts because I love interacting with new music and learning so much about different genres. Like, I'm learning about artists from the UK, the Skinner Brothers, Ren, Romain, all these people that are these like interesting, dynamic artists. Chinchilla, you know what I mean? And then like here we are listening to an artist from Australia. I release most of my stuff under Creative Commons. Some of it's not the best, but hey, at least it's Creative Commons. Right on. I think I'm gumming out. I think it's So is this like Australian country? Because if that's country, dude, country's kind of fire. You're gonna love Normain Sand. Yes, I need to start watching that too. I should add that to my list because I have a list of here that I plan on doing throughout the week. I've watched well over 100 reactions to High Ren. Love seeing the similarities and differences, especially when minds get blown. First time reactions to Electric Cowboy are also very entertaining. I put up 2 of those videos. I'm not gonna lie, dude. Elevator Operator scared the fuck out of me. I think I'm still fucked on that shit. First Contact, easy. BBTS, Reaction, Love Bites, Reaction Bits are some favorites. Same. Exactly, dude. Exactly. And that's why, you know, and look, oh yeah, it's always fucking awesome fucking watch somebody blown away by like any artist. Yeah, dude. I feel like I fall into that what the fuck reaction all the time. So I'm gonna save all of this KC1 so that we can upload that video. Do we want to do like another one, or do we want to drive just straight into Broken by the Scream in case like one of them give me a copyright ID? I don't think they will because both of them are much smaller channels, typically, and I think I don't even know where this band is from. Probably Japan. Oh, before we do this though, we actually need to go here. All right, so the reason why we're reacting to Broken by the Scream, because you guys are about to send me down a path here, is the song Broken by the Scream, or is the band Broken by the Scream? Anyway, Mr. Tay Harvard, who is also in the chat right now, I apologize if I butcher anything. I would advise going in full on blind, but if that's not your style, that's fine. You always go in blind. We just risk it for the biscuit, dog. Briefing, genre, redacted. Country of origin, Japan, obviously. Okay, so they're from Japan. Okay, cool. Members redacted. I'm just gonna put this out there. I love me Japanese music, bro. I can listen to that shit all the time. Anime openings, I have playlists that are just that. Vocals confirmed authentic. Chance of survival unknown. I may not make it through this, guys. Mission objective fun. Fuck, I love this shit, bro. You're fucking awesome, homie. Additional notes. The team on the ground reports above 80% chance of blast beats. Our informant has warned us the possibility of dancing, though this is unconfirmed. I just want to tell you both good luck, and we are all counting on you. Broken by the Scream. I'm going to probably say this wrong. This must be the name of the song. Sayonara Birthday. Is that what it is? Did I do that right? As soon as I saw this, I was like, fuck yeah. My response, obviously, mission accepted, command. Thanks, I'll do it tomorrow on Steam, upload the video. Do you mind if I read this on screen, as it's pretty fucking awesome? And I got the permission, so we're Gucci's. We're Gucci's! Whoops, didn't mean to close that all the way. Yoink! So, we'll just get into it. We'll get it over with. Just in case there's copyright stuff. At least we'll have 2 videos back to back, and then I can go grab them all. And then after this, I guess we can finish off the night. It's like a disease. I can't help being stupid in requests. It's fucking awesome, dude. I loved it. It was fucking 10 out of 10. So we're gonna also do Broken by the Scream. I think it's Sayonara. Sayonara. I'm gonna fuck this up. It's a different language. I apologize. Maybe it's Sayonara. I don't actually know how to spell the name Sayonara. So anyway, let's listen to it. It's like J-Rock. I imagine it looks like it's J-Rock. I could totally be wrong. But dude, me and Japanese culture, we tight like this. I was a weeb growing up. Still kind of a weeb too. Sayonara. Okay. Well, and I name characters in video games Nara all the time. Oh, I'm butchering it. All right, let's just get it started. Okay, did I say metal or rock? I meant to say J-metal. Is that a thing? I know J-pop, J-rock are things. Alright, dude. Okay. So this is BBTS. This is what you guys have been talking about. Okay. One, why are they so fucking cute? Oh. Eat your heart out, Kitty. You know what I'm saying? Like, I used to like Kitty when I was growing up, dude. Those like all-female metal band. Bro, this goes way harder, dude. This goes way harder. And they're just so cute, bro. It's fucking gangster. I'm sorry, dude. The bass is stealing it for me right now, bro. Are you hearing that funky ass bass right now? That is like kind of like stealing the show right now, which is crazy because all these people are bringing it. But that bass is hitting, dude. What the fuck? Let's go back. I gotta hear that bass again. If I was in high school when this came out, I would have dedicated my life to these ladies. Just saying. This would have became my identity. Like, Jesus Christ. Fucking fire, dude. This is gangster. I wonder if the lyrics are going to be in English. Did they just dab on me, bro? Like, ooh, the tension of doing that. Fuck, man. Wait. Like, girl, come on, dude. You girls, this is gangster as fuck, dude. They just dabbed on my ass. No lyrics for me. I know, dude. I love breaking down lyrics, but this is one of the benefits. I could just enjoy the music and the instrumentation now that there's no lyrics. And then, of course, they go into idol singing for the fucking chorus. That's gangster. Like, Jesus Christ, dude. It feels like there's like two different like guitar riffs going over one another to make it sound like it's like this weird ascending fucking noise. There's actual words or just I don't know, man. Well, actually, most metal always has words, bro. Now some metal bands just have like ridiculously lyrics, but most of them have actual. Yeah. Like, so one of my favorite bands is Darkest Hour. I think they fucking slap really hard, but sometimes you can't. And like the crazy thing is like Darkest Hour has like really thought-provoking music, but you'll never know that through like the lyrics. Like you're like, what do they say? But like when you go read the lyrics, you're like, oh, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Dude, even the guitars are doing pig squeals right now. That's gangster. Oh, of course. They're mixing screamo metal at the same time. I apologize. And then you get this cute girl fucking noise, but then like they keep ad-libbing metal lines in between. Like that's gangster, bro. Please tell me you're seeing this heavy set person back here just fucking slaying it, dude. Yeah, dude. Yeah. Man, that fucking kick pedal was going fucking wild, bro. Are those doubles or triples, bro? What the fuck was that? What up, Colin? That's meaty. Just Flea on bass. Like, dude, as soon as they drop out of the metal shit and the bass just starts hard carrying the shit again, like just listen to the way it's fucking bouncing around. It's even hard to pay attention to the lyrics. That bass is fucking captivating, bro. The drums are also doing a pretty damn good job too. Like everything is just firing on all cylinders, dude. Just want to slightly like elevate it. Just like if 11 was possible, like one of them is reaching godhood. You know what I mean? I'm getting Dynasty Warriors vibes, bro. We need these we need these girls to start doing the music for Dynasty Warriors. Let me kill a bunch of people during the Han Dynasty to some of this fire ass shit, dude. Let me go get Guan Yu and Zhang Fei to do this one. Like, I just want to get me 1,000 kills with a Muso attack to some of this music, bro. Like, honestly, that's what I used to do on Pandora, dude. I'd turn Pandora on, go play Warframe or fucking Dynasty Warriors and turn this shit on, dude. Just, or like Black Desert Online. Holy fuck, dude. Just jam out to a playlist while farming fucking Broken Helm Crest for a Sula equipment, dude. Oh. Oh. Get it. Exactly, dude. It's such a cool blend, dude. It's one of my favorite things about Screamo and metal is when they don't just go full send, full metal the entire time. They like mix in different elements to like add new life to it. Because this way people can get a break from like the consistent fucking raw, you know what I mean? Like you get a little break, dude. Just a little glimpse of like, and then it just hammers back in. And then when it does, you're just like, whoa, it's like reawakens you. Again, it's kind of like silence in a song. People that utilize quiet, discomfortable silence to accentuate words, like it's the same level of shit. It's beautiful. It makes like for an exhilarating experience. Fucking get it, dude! And it's crazy, man. They're so cute. They're so cute at the same time. Waifu material. Reporting in. Oh no, what is this? Anything else returns? Bro, they replaced Destiny on anything else. Dan, I can't do it. the motherfuckers went hard, bro. That's crazy. That's crazy. So I guess to encapsulate what I was talking about, let's do also thank you for that, by the way. That was fucking intense. They remind me a lot of this one. I'm pretty sure everyone's seen this. But man, I watched this, so this is a re-reaction. But this is like a very similar. Now, this one might give me a copyright strike. I already know it. 94 million views. This is probably not going to work out well. But whatever, dude. Fuck it. I love this. This is such a...
Wherever you go?
This reminds me much of what we just listened to, but like through a different style. Dude, Jesus Christ. How... Oh, I hit pause. Oh, yeah. I should minimize off of these things because they... I got copyright striked for an ad once. It was crazy. I'm not watching a whole music video as an ad for another music video, Riot. And by Riot, I mean YouTube. This song, I got the experience of showing this to my girlfriend for the first time. Watching her jaw hit the ground was fucking awesome. Like, we need more music that fucking blends so many different genres. And this shit is live, dude. This shit is beautiful.
Step forward and meet a new sunrise.
If you Google, then go to the images, just the full sentence, copy and paste. See who's in the photo. On what? I don't remember what we're talking about. My brain is, dude. This shit right here. Okay, this shit right here. Oh yeah. Okay, I got what you're saying. This switches exactly, dude.
With unconditional loyalty, ego hard, they can be big 'cause I'm selfless.
Oh. Dude, even the bass in this song goes fucking hard. Alright, you said broken by the scream. Yeah, she unlocked a whole different... Alright, so... Control C. Oh, they met Ginger? That's crazy. What? That's crazy. Oh, I have notification. What is this? Oh, okay. That's crazy. What the fuck? Oh, what a weird connection that was.
No promises I ever give. Don't rely on me and I won't deceive.
Like, it's so cool because she also has such a sweet, soft voice. And then, like, she can, like... Dude, I can listen to that and fall asleep, dude. Yeah, dude. Yeah, when she goes harsh, brother.
The beginning.
Especially with the one where she's like that, and you're like, whoa, dude! Acting like a mummy and shit, that's gangster.
At the end, you can't tell when I wave my fin and shake my tail. I grew a different normality with unblameable morality. Hooks and nets are there for me, but I'm skittish.
Dude. It's soulful, it's beautiful. And then you get into this. The pedal switch. Oh, it's immediate. It's thunder. You could feel it in your chest, bro.
Skittish.
Nah, she's not skittish at all, bro. Ah, this shit is so fire, dude. And I love it because 94 million people have seen this video. So 94 million people had their lives changed and got to experience metal in such a unique, dynamic way. It's so good. I enjoy it, even though I usually struggle with songs that have slower sections. Yeah, I feel that. I mean, for me, I like the slower sections and then having the rough contrast between the metal just like breaking in, kind of like the Kool-Aid guy that goes like, oh yeah, then breaks a wall, dude. I feel like the metal just like acts as this gigantic sledgehammer that just fucking bashes your eardrums, and then you have to pay attention to it. Having that contrast instead of just the constant nonstop ringing of just loud, 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 loud. Man, it just hits so good because like it's tasteful, it's poetic, it's like a duality. Like there's just so many layers to it that make it just enjoyable, you know? Like to see even a metal drummer do that, do, so soft, so tranquil, and then in a few seconds, no, like come on, dude. It's such a it's like the first time you saw Denzel in Training Day, and you saw the guy who usually plays the good guy, the hero, the calm, collected, stoic figure, play a brash, arrogant fucking asshole that swears and does drugs. You're just like, whoa, okay, like what's going on here, dude? It's such a cool juxtaposition than you're used to. And it kind of like shakes you awake. At least it does for me. Maybe I'm crazy. It's like the first time everyone loves Sound of Silence by Disturbed. It's cool. It's a good song. I like it. I fuck with it. But man, the song Darkness about his mom on that oh dude, no, come on, dude. That one is so much better than Sound of Silence. If your favorite song, because like remember, Disturbed had like 2 to 3 albums to that point. Every song, metal, new metal, heavy as fuck, rah, get down with the sickness. You know what I mean? Like, and then all of a sudden, here you have one of the softest songs I've ever heard in my life, sung like in a way that is like the most angelic thing I've ever heard. Like to this day, if I ever want to feel emotions again, that's what I watch, or that's what I listen to. When people are like, go listen to Sound of Silence, like, nah, fuck that. I'm gonna go listen to Darkness, which came out 7 years before. Darkness came out when I was still in fucking high school, and that shit showed the actual dynamic range of Disturbed. Because the majority of Disturbed's music, I'm like, heard it, done it. You got 4 albums of it, don't care. But then Darkness, I'm like, whoa. There's some actual talent here outside of just loud noises. I love the final section where she switches between the vocal style so quickly and goes in on the final unclean verse. Yeah, dude. Oh, bro. The mix-up is crazy. I'll even say this, dude. I thought it was so crazy that I thought she was lip singing, and one of the other guys in the band, the very first, I was like, there's no way she did this. I was like, this woman has to be trans. There's no way. There's no way she's doing this switch up. There's no fucking way. Like, and dude, my attraction level at that point was through the roof too. I was like, holy fuck. Like, dude, it's so crazy.
Flashing when the winter cries.
Voices swimming through the river, hold their life against the stream.
Searching for the room, don't catch on and see the sun beam.
Don't suffocate in painful tortures, long-cutting tables of callous men.
God damn, motherfucker, get that shit. Woo!
Why get PC Express Pass?
Fucking love that shit, dude. I love that. Let's get off of Twitter just because I don't trust my Twitter. I follow way too many adult actresses to have that up while I'm streaming, bro. We don't need to Vosh this shit. All right. Oh my god, another song, dude. All right, let's get those artists their play and just switch it up to a different one. Just let it play in the background. Dude, shit's fucking fire, bro. All right, well, I got about an hour or two that we could probably dive into. I'm not gonna watch anything else without fucking Destiny, homie. I'm not doing it. Dan, I love you. Another King of the West, but I'm not gonna do it. Ah, the channel went down, huh? No, I knew it was gonna happen. I knew it. Oh!